Howdy, howdy, folks. We have a scorcher for you today here live from Charlottesville High School between the Stanton Braves and your Charlottesville Tom Sox on Wild Wild West Day here. Mike, we have a really hot one today, 97 degrees first pitch. What should we look to see for today during this hot one?
A lot of water get consumed and a lot of Gatorade get thrown out. As you said, Matt, we're basically in the desert here in Charlottesville. It is hot, hot, hot. 97 degrees will possibly be the opening pitch, and then this is a 3 o'clock start today. Not our normal time from normally the 7 or 7:30, so it's not going to cool off at all. We please advise all the fans, players, coaches, even you guys back at home, please stay hydrated wherever you may be and listening to us on Tom Sox TV. Now for the matchup, Stanton Braves come to town. Matt, this is a team that has struggled a lot lately. 2-8 in their past 10 games compared to the Tom Sox, who have struggled a little bit, but they are starting to click on offense again after their 9-3 win last night against the Turks.
100%, Mike. And the last time these two teams met, they met just over a week ago. Back in Stanton, the Braves were victorious in that one. They walked it off in 11 innings. 11-10 that game was. It was a back-and-forth game where the Tom Sox offense was there in the beginning, kind of slowed down, came back in the end, and they fought tooth and nail all the way. But unfortunately, it was the Braves who came home victorious. So with that being said, whether you're watching from your couch or over yonder, we appreciate you for sticking and staying with us here on Tom Sox TV.
Tom Sox fans,
we'll go with the lineups and the defenses today. We'll go with the away lineup first for the Braves. Ike Schmidley in left field, Tim Dickinson, the second baseman, Wyatt Campbell, the first baseman, A.J. Wenrick, the right fielder, Schaefer, the designated hitter, Cameron Cole, the third baseman, Couture, the shortstop, Frankie Carreras, the catcher, and batting ninth is Prince, the center fielder. And then we're going to set the defense for your Tom Sox. And with that being said, we got Trevor Booten on the mound, Cale Strickland behind the plate, Robbie Levy over at first, Kobe Wallace, his opposition on the hot corner over at third, the middle infielder Sam Muma and Nick Parham, and in the outfields, Caden Ferraro, Dean Mijos in center, and Cooper Blauser in right. And Mike, as I just mentioned it, Trevor Booten on the mound tonight, looking to stay sharp this summer. What do we got out of T-Boot, they would say?
It's a good nickname for him, Matt. 7th appearance on the season so far. It's going to be his 6th start. He's pitched 19 and a third innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, 20 hits, 11 walks. He's got a 5.58 ERA with 2 wins on the season. He's ranked second on the team in that. In his last outing, though, Matt, July 5th against the Generals at the Generals home turf, it was a 16-4 win for the team. However, Booten struggled a little bit early on. He had 6 hits, given up 4 runs. He was able to punch out 4 batters, but it's definitely one of those outings that you look at that, you thank the offense for the production, but for Booten, he's looking out and coming out strong. Here's the thing, Matt. We may not see these pitchers for too long today. We were kind of talking to a couple of the players and the coaching staff. We've got a lot of players for the Tom Sox pitching corps ready to go, and with the heat, the endurance from them might not last the normal 3 to 4 innings that we're seeing. So we may see a lot of guys for both squads rotating off the rubber tonight. It's going to be an interesting day, to say the least.
100%, Mike. And in yesterday's win last night against the Harrisonburg Turks, great outing from the pitching staff. Bobby Olson going 4 innings was sharp last night, allowing 6 hits, only 1 earned run with 5 strikeouts. Ryan Grayshot came in for 2 innings, pitched well. Frank Menendez and Garrett Mason came in to close things out. But now we're ready for the first pitch here. Booten's ready to go to Schmidley. The first pitch is right down the middle for a called strike. Ike Schmidley this year, one of their best hitters, hitting .333 on the year, Mike.
Absolutely. Normally in the leadoff spot for them, back at it today, and he's one of a few hitters.
Swung on a miss there.
He's one of a few hitters that have really clicked on this Stanton lineup. The Stanton Braves right now are bottom of the VBL in hitting percentage, total hits, everything like that. So they really need to get something going here.
As first one is going to be a hit by pitch and right in the helmet. So Schmidley will go with the first, but with the heat down right now on home umpire, telling him to stay down.
Yeah, and thank goodness for that. Hit him right on the helmet. Luckily, the helmet ricocheted off of him. Training staff's coming out as quick as they possibly can. Just seems like he just got the wind knocked out of him. That's something you just don't want to see. And for Trevor Booten, it's tough because, this is the first at-bat. You're still getting your bearings underneath of you.
Especially with the conditions, too. That ball could have slipped out of his hands with the heat, your hands.
0-2 count. That's just not the pitch that you wanted. So
the medical staff here in Charlottesville tends to Schmidley.
He's setting up right now. Coaching staff looking at him. Now he's getting up. Looks like they're holding his jaw a little bit for him. Now he's walking down the first base line.
Walking
Man,
down to first base. Just a scary sight to see to open this ball game on a very beautiful but very, once again, hot day, a scorcher, Mike.
absolutely. And he's going to head off to the batting cages down the right field line. You guys can't see it, but that's normally where our training staff comes on out and deals with the players and stuff like that. But we hope he's okay. We hope the best for him. And now this is going to be tough. Home plate umpires are talking with the coach, saying, hey, you're allowed a pinch runner here. You have a second to manage your squad, and then we'll get going again. So, but as you said, Matt, this is just a tough way to start this game for not only the Braves, but for Booten on the mound. I mean, summer ball, you're trying to get better. That's not something you wanted to start off your day with, but we hope he's all right.
100%. As we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here when we get all the info where we get to get going again. We'll take a quick break here on Tom Sox TV. Thank you for watching, of course. We are back here. It's going to be Gardner being the pinch runner there for Schmidley over on first. Schmidley walking around in the dugout right now, so it seems to be okay, but just precautionary in a hot day like this. The umpire staff, as the first pitch over, is called a strike to Dickinson. 0-1 count. But the umpires did tell both teams that if they needed a pinch run today, today's the day too with the hot heat. Next one just a bit outside. It goes to 1-1.
Tim Dickinson, 27 games played with the Braves so far this season, just missing 4 of their total on the year. Has 19 hits, 19 runs on 97 at-bats.
1-1 count. Boone with the pickoff attempt, and with the training staff coming out early to help out, just wanted to shout out to Tom Sox, Melanie Collier, and Claire White, getting early to the scene on that hit-by pitch. But now with the 1-1, Booten looks into Strickland. The Auburn connection. The righty looks over at first, but unable to get anything over there. 1-1. Booten is set to go, and the righty delivers. Outside, it's 2-1.
Yeah, and Booten is just kind of shaking himself right now. He's trying to get a good grip on the ball. As you said, Matt, it's tough right now with the heat. You're sweating a lot. I mean, we were out there for the pregame show, and we were drenched after a couple minutes.
The next pitch to Dickinson misses inside, and this moves the count to 3-1 now after a early base runner already allowed on a hit by pitch. Dickinson hitting 196 on the year, 19 hits in his 97 at-bats. Does have 17 RBIs, though, so he's a producer for the team. Swung on and miss, and it moves the count to full. It's 3-2.
First full count of the night. If you're Dickinson, it's going to be big for the Braves to get out to a huge stand right now. A lot of the teams that have come to the Tom Sox house and beat them have gone out to early leads immediately.
Another pickoff attempt. Thinking about him over at first, Gardner, but he gets back cleanly. So with the 3-2 count, Booten will set to do it here again. Strickland calls the sign, and here's the pitch. Inside for ball 4, and the Braves have an early first 2 base runners on.
Yeah, that one's just tough. You thought you just grabbed the plate, and it misses, and now you got to deal with 2 runners on as you head to the core of the lineup. That's struggled as of recent. They've switched a lot of things around here for Stanton, and they're just trying to find something to click as they try to make a playoff push and get that 3rd spot from the Lumberjacks right now.
That brings up their best hitter, the 3-hole hitter, Wyatt Campbell, hitting .346 on the year. 12 RBIs, does have 3 home runs to his summer season. The first pitch Booten will throw to him will be popped up. That one will go foul over the first base side and out of play. 0-1.
That foul ball was brought to you by Taylor's Auto Body in Brooklyn.
Campbell probably has one of the best drip on the team, man. I mean, he's got like the arm sleeve on the front left. He's got the glasses. He's got that left foot braced up.
He's got the flaming red batting gloves.
He's got the gloves, yeah, coming out of his pocket.
The runner guard, as that one's across the plate, called for a strike, and it moves it to 0-2.
Might Yeah, it's probably the most drip on the team.
I'd say so, Mike. Boone already have 20 strikeouts on the year, looking for his 21st one here with this early 0-2 count. To Campbell, the 0-2. Got him swinging. Strike 3. They'll say he went around. That's a big strikeout there for Booten, with the first 2 guys being on.
It's a tremendous strikeout from Booten. I mean, you started off the day pretty well in 0-2 count, then obviously the hit by pitch and then the walk. So you need to get something underneath your belt to continue this run that you want to be on with the Tom Sox, and that's how you do it.
Brings up A.J. Wenrich. The cleanup spot today. Just another one of those hard hitters for these Braves team. The first pitch you'll see from Boone is in the dirt for ball 1.
Kel Strickland back behind home plate after Robbie Levy was there last night, so he's another guy in the home. And again, all the umpires too, staying cool with all the gear on tonight.
Next pitch is a ball, and it moves into a quick 2-0 to Wenrich.
I can't even imagine, Matt. You in shorts and polos.
Whew, yeah,
all the gear on right now.
It would be a lot right now.
No, thank you.
To be a player wearing all this equipment. That's why, Mike, I'm very excited that me and you are in this AC, in this press box. The 2-0 is that one's going to be lined in the left, and it's going to get down, and it's going to get past Ferraro and left on the diving attempt. In the score is going to be 1. Here comes Dickinson. He's going to get the wave, and it's going to be an early triple now for Wenrich sliding in. And just like that, the Braves have the early 2-0 lead.
Man, if you're Ferraro, yes, you want to go out and make that grab and hold the runners to where they're at least at for the moment. They might have advanced on the tag up, but you got to keep the ball in front of you. He dives out a little too early, gets the bad hop all the way to the fence, and now Braves take an early 2 lead, Matt. And so far this season, Tom Sox 11-2 at home. Guess who the one loss is to? The Braves. The other loss is to the Harrisonburg. That game they got a 1-0 lead, then they blew it 3-1. But the Braves last time here got that win at home, and man, they got out to a great early jump. This is where they're at right now.
Booten, the 0-1 count on the foul ball. Next pitch is low outside, and it moves it to 2-0. On the 1-1, that's going to be fouled off. And now it's 1-2. As Mike mentioned, a lot of these teams, the formula to beat the Tom Sox is striking early. And sometimes throughout the season, you've seen in the past, sometimes can fall behind once they get out to early starts, other teams. And in this game so far, the Braves have done very well. And that one's going to go right up the middle. Nope, it's going to be fielded cleanly by Parham. Thrown over the first for the out, but a run does come home to score. And that's an early 3-0 lead now for Stanton.
It's good out there. Just get the runner off and give Boone a fresh set of no runners on the base. He can focus on the batter at home, but again, it's just tough. You look at all the losses throughout the season for the Tom Sox. I mean, most of them come to the Turks. They get out to huge leads, too. There's a 10-1 loss, a 10-4 loss. Waynesboro, the 16-4 loss. I mean, they've been all in the first couple frames, huge early leads. Now 3-0 here. It's going to be tough for the Tom Sox to battle back into this one.
The first outside pitch to Cameron Cole was fouled off to the right side. The count is at 0-1. Here comes the next pitch from Boone across the plate, and that's called for a strike. Behind the plate today, calling the balls and strikes, Casey Hayden, Matthew Perriman over at first, Robert Roop at third. And now Boone's 0-2. Ground ball. And it can't be handled by Levy. It will go into right field for a base hit. Cole continues the 2-out party for the Braves.
I mean, that was just an absolute laser off the grass. They took a bad hop. Levy thought he read it correctly. He got a little too high, sailed above his glove, and then into right field. And it's all right, though. You'll take the hit. Keep him on first. You're just 1 out away from getting out of this inning if you're Booten. Just keep focusing on the plate.
That brings up Jacob Cantor, who just joined the team in his second game today, playing the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania native, Mike. So from your neck of the woods, from Ursinus College. Does have a hit in his 4 at-bats, hitting .250 with the team since joining, but now facing Booten with the 0-1 count. Runner's going to go. Swung on, ground ball. Wallace to handle it at first. To throw over to Levy to retire the side. But early hitting and an offensive spark by the Braves, they have the early 3-0 lead. But we're going to take a break here on Tom Sox TV. Stay with us after. Back here early on Tom Sox TV, where the Braves jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. In the bottom of the first, gonna introduce you the Tom Sox starting lineup. Dean Mijos leading off. Cale Strickland, the catcher, in the second hole today. Robbie Levy, the first baseman, 3. Colby Wallace, the third baseman, in the 4-hole. Caden Farrow, 5. Cooper Blauser, 6. Nick Parham, the shortstop, at 7. Jack McMullen, the DH, in the 8 spot, and Sam Mumon, the second baseman, batting 9. And the quickly sent your Braves defense. Dale Boone on the mound, Frankie Krigers behind the plate, Wyatt Campbell over at first, Cameron Cole at third, Jacob Cantor at short, Tim Dickinson at second base, Schmidley in left, Prince in center, and Wenrich in right. And Mike, that sets it up for Dale Boone.
Yeah, Dale Boone, rising freshman right now via Garrett College.
As that first pitch to Mijos is outside for ball 1.
So far this season, 1-0 record. This will be his 5th appearance. No starts. This is going to be his first start of the season. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 4 hits, 3 walks.
As the first pitch is in the air to center. Prince under it for the first out.
Yeah, that one you just couldn't get enough under it to carry all the way to that deep right field fence. It's about 365. Center field's about 385. We were kind of debating about the fielding here, Matt. I mean, the right field corner is 290 and it goes all the way out to 360 or 385. I mean, it's probably one of the biggest changes in the VBL. But for Dean Mijos, leading off the second time, struggled last night, looking to get something going here tonight.
The first pitch to Cale Strickland breaks over the plate, but that goes downstairs for ball 1. Strickland hitting .292 on the summer. Had a hit in last night's 9-3 victory over the Turks. The 1-0 pitch breaks again over the plate, and that one's called for a strike. With that, it's 1-1.
Cale Strickland's been doing extremely well. Normally at the bottom of this Tom Sox lineup, but that doesn't justify what he's been able to do for the team now tonight, getting that top 3 of it. And it's going to be interesting to see what he can do with some of the top hitters of the Tom Sox up when normally he kind of cleans up the lineup.
That pitch missed outside for ball 2. It's 2-1, but Boone is ready to go again. Another off-speed pitch and gets him the bite, and that moves the count to 2-2. Strickland ready to go, and so is Boone. The righty in his windup. And delivers, and Strickland in the air. That one goes foul. And they were set again to do it again at 2-2.
You know, Matt, so far this season, Cale Strickland, 13 RBIs, no home runs. If you were to tell me that Cale Strickland would be the one guy not to have a home run this season, I would kind of be shocked. But normally he's just just kind of rakes. He's got 19 hits. He just drives in the runs that he can and keeps the innings alive for the Tom Sox.
The inside breaking again. That one goes full now.
Also, to his credit, he's got a great set of eyes, and discipline at the plate. As a catcher, you kind of see a lot of it, so it helps you at the plate as well.
Full count pitch for Boone coming. And it goes in the dirt for ball 4. Strickland with an early base run, with an early walk.
And there's that discipline working right there. Now, probably one of the hottest hitters in the lineup, Robbie Levy, leads the team right now in home runs with 5. I mean, this guy has just absolutely been on a heater as of late, and Matt, it's exciting to see him work.
Levy right now, one of the best hitters on the team. He's on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-game hitting streak currently, looking to make it 6. And you're right, Mike, with the 5 home runs. You know, he's a swing weight for him. Could make this a ball game, but very early in this game, the first pitch to him is outside for ball 1.
Yeah, 27 hits on the season. I mean, you just never know when this guy can create a spark for your team. I mean, he's had a couple doubles, and he's just been able to extend a lot of the Tom Sox base runners when he gets on there.
The next pitch to him is over the plate, called a strike, and it moves it to 1-1. With the 1-1, Strickland over on first. Boone will quickly look over at him and throw over to Campbell at first, but Strickland walked back to the base. For Strickland over there.
I don't think he's stolen anything yet this season, has he?
No stolen bases on the summer for Cale Strickland. But now moving up in the 2-hole, that one goes outside. It goes 2-1. Mike over in the 2 spot now. Maybe Cale has a secret pair of wheels that we don't know about.
Maybe. It's normally not his MO, but hey, even Robbie Levy up the plate right now, I think he's got 1 stolen base on the season, so catchers can do it.
Catchers with wheels. The 2-1. Inside. The count goes up. It's 3-1.
Yeah, it's crazy, Matt. We really haven't seen this much this season. Right now for the Tom Sox, there are 3 listed catchers are all in the lineup tonight. 1 playing first, 1 the DH, 1 actually behind home plate. But normally we don't see this from Tom Sox. It's normally rotation, but they're going to trust all their guys behind home plate.
The 3-2 gets, the 3-1 pitch gets Levy to bite on the outside corner, and now it goes to a full. Second full count of the inning, as me and Mike were both,
on the same wavelength there.
As you know it. But as Mike just mentioned, the triple tandem of catchers all in the lineup today, so very different to see as the runner goes on the 3-2, and it's going to be grounded through the hole for a base hit. On the hit and run, Cale Strickland is going to take third easily. Levy with the early base hit, and now we got runners in the corner with 1 out, setting up for Colby Wallace.
I mean, just a great chop at the ball there, pulling to your favorite side of the field. That's right field, past the first baseman. Upcoming Colby Wallace via ECU. This guy got a great jump to the season. He's got 21 hits. He's been able to stay consistent ever since, but he hasn't really had that big explosive game yet, Matt. We're kind of waiting for him to go off for what Ryan Wynn did last night or something like that. And hey, maybe today could be it.
As we've been saying around the Tom Sox media team, waiting for that first Colby Jack of the summer. Take that first pitch ball, 1-0 with the count.
Last night he had a single and a double, so it was close, but obviously Ryan Wynn with the huge, just stellar performance. Absolutely incredible from him.
Wallace with a very clean game yesterday defensively in the outfield, playing right yesterday.
Yeah, normally in the infield, Matt, so it's a different look for him.
Handled right field very well yesterday. The 1-0 is over the plate. And that goes 1-1.
Before he got moved over to left, and then Fink came in for the first time this season with the Tom Sox. Not in the lineup today, but he was able to get a couple putouts over there in right field. It was fun to see him watch.
Glad to see Nathan Fink come back to Charlottesville. Was here with the team last year. The 1-1 swung on and miss. Wallace was swinging out of his shoes.
I was say he wanted all that one.
And now Boone very early in this count has the 1-2 advantage. Boone ready to go, the 1-2. And he's going to find the hole, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Tom Sox, and the score is Cale Strickland. And just like that, cuts the deficit down to 3-1.
There we go, Matt. We started off last night against the Turks very fast, 5-2 through the first inning and a half, and then now today already 3-1, 4 runs in the first inning. We're not even through the first inning yet, but hey, another offensive shootout. We'll take it.
And the Tom Sox have a runner still in scoring position with Levy moving over to second base. Levy on second. Wallace over on first. The first pitch to Ferraro is swung on and missed, strike one.
Guess you can call it an old-fashioned Western standoff and shootout.
You could say that, Mike. The 0-1 to Ferraro. Would like to make up that dive attempt in left field. That one breaks over the plate, but just missed by fine margins, 1-1.
Ferraro joined the team about a week and a half ago, and he's done pretty well. 10 of 27, 370 on the season, and 4 RBIs so far.
Has shown that power, too, with a few doubles, as that one is over the plate, called a strike. And Ferraro is now behind in the count. It's 1-2. Cooper Blauser would be on deck. Boone's ready with the 1-2. Breaks over the plate. Just missed again on that outside corner as his catcher Carreras told him that was a nice miss. But Casey Haydon begs to differ. Count with 2s now on the board. Boone set to go, and Ferraro's going to pop it up. Under to make the catch is Prince. Squeezes it away for the second out.
Yeah, a little communication issues there, and I think the infield is actually thinking that ball is going to stay in, but then it drifted all the way out to center field. Nice job by Prince charging in on it, and Braves got 2 down. If you're Boone now, you can kind of not have to look over your shoulder as much at Robbie Levy on second and just kind of focus on Blauser.
Cooper Blauser as well, just joining the team. Has been very well in his role he's played so far this summer.
Yeah, already 6 hits.
And he's going to sky one in the air here in the infield. Dickinson calling for it. And it's going to be Prince calling him off for the third out. Few hits for the Tom Sox to get a run back, but 3-1 still to score in the favor of the Braves. We're going to take a break here on Tom Sox TV. We'll be right back. Back here on Tom Sox TV, the Braves with the early 3-1 lead. Boone's on the mound, and the first pitch to Carreras fouled off and away for the first strike in the count. For Carreras, swinging a sweet bat for the Braves. But he swung on and missed there.
Yeah, 5 of 36 on the season so far, 2 RBIs. He's struggled as of late. He got to a really, really good start, was able to make a lot of contact, even if it was just foul balls and stuff like that. But as of late, he's looking to settle right back in. And for Booton, I mean, after that top of the first, we saw Bobby Olson bounce right back after allowing a couple in the first inning yesterday. Let's see what he can do.
The next pitch is in the dirt. And now it's a 2-2 count to Carreras. And Carreras, very good one behind the plate, calling the game for these Braves. When he's behind the plate, you see very few pass balls.
Will Carreras, the catcher for the Braves today, as you said, Matt, kind of showing some Western hospitality. There we go. Hospitality by giving the ball right there and giving it to Kel Strickland.
He's going to pop one up here. Who's going to call this one? And it's going to be the shortstop Parham making the catch on the run all the way in the outfield.
Yeah, normally the outfielders have the rule there, but I guess Mijos just said, okay, he called it, he's got it. Parham made the underhand grab and one away now.
An early first out for Booten, which is a big turnaround compared to last inning, letting the first two guys get on. Allowing, I should say. He doesn't let them get on. The first pitch. Just upstairs for ball one. Booten ready to go again. The 0-1 is going to be fouled off to the left side. And that'll play.
For Prince this season, 12 of 42, batting at .285, 6 RBIs. It's been about middle of the pack for what the Braves been able to do.
And now the next pitch is going to be in the air to left. This one is going to be caught by Ferraro on the run for the second out.
Man, what a run by Ferraro there. All the way in left, had to come basically left center field, maybe even a little more center. And on the charge that, I mean, it looked like it was a line ball right to left field, and it would have gotten down, but it carried a little more than it probably should have.
Brings back the top of the order, but it's going to be Gardner, who was the pinch runner for Schmidley. Schmidley was on his first at-bat with the hit by pitch, and then Gardner came on in relief, scored that first run on the Wenrich triple, but takes outside for ball one. Gardner hitting 184 on the summer, and he swings and misses out of his shoes there. It's now 1-1. Bradley Gardner takes a strike, 1-2.
Just able to grab that outside
Hails
plate.
from Richmond, Virginia. Plays his college ball at Virginia Military Institute. Does have a home run to his summer, as Booten's next pitch is outside. Down and away, I should say, and it goes 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Booten ready to deliver again. And the righty delivers inside. Moves it to his second full count of the day.
For Gardner here, I mean, you probably have the green light to go, as you said, Matt, he's already got 1 home run on the season. He's probably got the green light to do a power swing here. Full count, 2 outs, no one on. Try to spark something.
Next pitch is inside for ball 4. And now the Braves get a 2-out base runner.
Really good pair of eyes from Gardner there. Saw that pitch just sailed a little more than Booten wanted. I think he wanted to just grab the top of the strike zone, but a little too high. So, hey, keeping the inning alive for the Braves.
Tim Dickinson, second time up. Back in the first, was walked. And then came around to score on that triple as well for the second run of the game. And swings and misses. Kel Strickland popped up for a snap throw attempt at first, but wisely decided to hold the ball in his pocket. But the count is 0-1. The next pitch is fouled off. It will quickly go to an 0-2 quick count for Booten.
Booten's only gotten into an 0-2 count one other time so far today. So for him to punch one out here would be extremely important, just for him to get a good win at the plate.
Did have a strikeout back in the first, looking for his second one here. The 0-2 is skied in the air to center. Back is Mijos under it at the warning track, and he'll put it away for the third out. 1 base runner for the Braves, but no one came around to score. Still a 3-1 stand lead. We'll be right back here on Tom Sox TV. We are back here on Tom Sox TV. Wild West day on this 3 o'clock start time. Hot one, Mike, as we mentioned, it was 97 degrees on that first pitch. And we've had so much action in this one in a 3-1 game. It's going to bring up Nick Parham. First pitch to Parham, outside for ball 1. Boone's next pitch to Parham is going to be in the dirt again. And the count goes up. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Parham's in a ground one to the first baseman. That's Campbell, who flips it over to Boone for the first out. Goes in the book as the 3-1 put out. Thank you.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
It's going to bring up the DH and Jack McMullen. Jack Mac attack, as they'd say. One of the 3 tandem catchers who's in the lineup today. First time all year, as Mike mentioned back in the last half inning, that is the first time that Randy Tomlin has started all 3. But now in this point, Mike, when you have all 3 of your catchers now in a game, I mean, does, put at the risk of, knock on wood, that doesn't happen, of an injury, and it would be who would come in the game afterwards, and then you would have to just move positions around.
Yeah, so you just have to move hopefully somebody out in the field or at the DH spot, which McMullen's at.
Jack Max in a ground over to the third baseman. Cole handles it cleanly, throws it offline to Campbell, but he'll hold the bag. And now it's a quick 2 outs for the Braves.
Well, the thing, too, with having your catchers here is that you have a lot more power in your lineup, but you kind of lose the speed aspect that it normally has. And for Randy Tomlin and how he loves to send his guys around second and third base, I mean, you kind of lose that feature of your base runner. So it's going to be interesting to see how the different lineup affects the Tom Sox play.
Brings up the 9-hitter, Sammy Muma, who takes a strike for the first 0-1 of the count. Had a hit last night, 2 runs he scored. Had a walk last night in the 9-3 win over the Turks. The 0-1 pitch, and he'll line one, but just goes foul, and that will be a quickly 0-2 count for Boone.
He stepped up in pretty good moments for the Tom Sox throughout the season. You may look at his average is 180 and might say, maybe not. No, he's had some pretty important moments for the Tom Sox this season, and if he stays consistent with it, I mean, he's definitely going to be named one of the most vital parts of it as we head to the final back third of the season.
Boone's 0-2. Tried to go down the middle, but just misses outside. It goes to 1-2, and as Mike mentioned, too, Muma has also been a dog, as they'd say, in the field. One of the best fielders on this team, has given up his body a lot, even in the outfield, the infield, no matter where you go. They always have Sammy. His
playmaking ability on second and shortstop is something to see.
That next pitch missed inside, and it goes to 2-2. The 2-2. Outside. 3-2. Tried to go outside on the breaking ball. Couldn't find his command there. And now with the full count, up next would be the leadoff hitter, Dean Mijos. Here's the 3-2. Muma fouls it off. Right into the Braves dugout, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Man, for Boone right now, we're talking about it in the break. Trevor Booton has 40 pitches so far through 2 innings, and for Boone, currently he sits at 36. So if to get a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the second would be absolutely huge to his count.
The 3-2 misses upstairs for ball 4, so I don't want to say that was a broadcaster's jinx, Mike, so I'm not gonna credit you for that, but you spoke into existence. If he gets the out there, it looks better for him, but now he gets to go again. And that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Dean Mijos, who's got a deep fly ball into the right center field gap last time, but it was gloved at the warning track by Prince. Just missed a home run by, I'd say, probably 5 feet, Mike, the last time he was up.
Yeah, you got to clear the fence, too, but yeah, as to your point, it was close.
First pitch misses outside for a ball. It is 1-0 to Mijos with Muma over there on first base.
That foul ball was
fouled off.
1-1. Drive, Charlottesville, 296.
One of the coolest aspects of summer ball is seeing all the different players' helmets and stuff like that. I think Dean Mijos is underrated. It's got that teal, end to it.
The brim?
Yeah.
Teal brim. The 1-1. And he's going to line one, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And now the Tom Sox have 2 guys on with a small 2-out rally.
Well, it's going to be the 3rd hit already of the evening for the Tom Sox. So keeping the offense going from last night, that was probably the most important note coming off of that Turks win on the road was, yeah, road win's great and all, but how can the offense keep this production going? They're off to a pretty good start early on.
And Mike, too, bringing that point up, but the Turks still behind the Tom Sox just by 2 games. I mean, it shows last night that they can go to Eagle Field at JMU and win pretty big games this late in the season, especially with a lineup that's been very different from how the team started, as the first pitch to Strickland is popped up in the air to left and gloved away by Schmidley for the 3rd out. Tom Sox with some noise, but no runs come across. It is still 3-1 Braves. We will be right back here on Tom Sox TV. Welcoming you back on Tom Sox TV. If you're just joining us late, Mike Bolger, Macabrom here on the call at CHS on Wild Wild West night on a hot day. The first pitch called a strike.
How much do you think I can bribe our SID, David Argo, to give me a fan?
David?
Probably not.
Probably not. We're probably not going to get one as the 0-1 pitch is fouled off to Campbell, and that moves it to 0-2 early. Campbell back in the first inning, the only victim of a Trevor Booten strikeout on a half swing. Booten looking to do it here again. The 0-2 is upstairs, and it goes to 1-2.
No action in either bullpen. The Tom Sox bullpen is actually in the batting cage tonight, so staying cool, and then the Braves are out in the sun, but they brought a 10 along with them, so they're pretty smart.
And that one is popped up. Got room is Robbie Levy, and he'll squeeze it away for the first out in foul territory.
Well, as I just mentioned, Robbie Levy tracks it over. He was looking over at the bullpen, seeing if he was going to run into anybody, and just like, oh, wait, nobody's around, so I'll just simply grab it and put the first out away.
Good awareness there by Levy. As Mike just mentioned, yes, our bullpen is usually out in right field. You can't really see it on our screen, but sometimes you'll see a foot or a toe over there on the camera angle, but no toes today as they're inside the shed, so everybody's just trying to stay warm, stay hydrated on this scorcher of an afternoon. Now bringing back up A.J. Wenrich, who had the big hit in the first inning on that triple that scored Gardner and Dickinson. Now with the 1-0 count, Boone set to go again, is outside. It moves to 2-0.
Yeah, if I'm booting right now, Wenrich already kind of has your number earlier in the first. You can try to pitch around him a little bit, but you got to attack him at one point.
And he gets him there. Down the middle, swinging and missing. It's 2-1 on the strike. Boone gets his sign from Strickland. Now he goes upstairs with that. Falls behind at 3-1. The 3-1. Swung on and miss. He attacks him there. And then moves it full.
Both swings from Wenrick have been really good. I mean, he loves the pitches that he's seeing. It's just the timing-wise, he's got to get it down here. Full count. Here we go.
And the full count pitch is popped up. It's going to be Blauser making the catch in right field for the second out. He'll flip it over to Muma, who came out there for his assistance. And it's first 2 outs now for Boonton.
See, Kelly Strickland behind home plate. He might not be the most flashiest catcher of all time, but, man, he's probably one of the best communicators here in the VBL. He right there knew that they had to play out in right field, but still, he was like, call it, call it, call it. Make sure you guys are communicating. Make sure we're still staying in touch with each other throughout even this far into the season.
And the first pitch to Schaefer is popped up on the left side as that's going to be grabbed by Ferraro. And a quick 1-2-3, Boonton's first of the afternoon. Still 3-1 Braves, but the Tom Sox come back up after the break. You are watching Tom Sox TV. We will be right back with this one. Welcoming you back to Tom Sox TV, where the Braves have an early 3-1 lead here in the bottom half of the third. That brings back up Robbie Levy, who is 1 for 1 today with a single.
1 of 3 hits already for the Tom Sox, all singles from them, and they're just kind of working the base pads as best they can. But the problem with that is that they've left a couple already on base. Got to find a way to drive them in.
And the first pitch to Levy is popped up and gloved in the air by Cole for the first out.
1 pitch, 1 out. You love that right now if you're Boone as you head into your 3rd inning pitched. He's already got, let's see, 32, 42 pitches on the evening so far. So you're already getting up there in your count, trying to keep one of the best offenses in the South Division at bay.
And that brings back up Colby Wallace, 1 for 1 today, who went back-to-back with Levy in the first inning with a pair of singles each. He'll take a first pitch strike. And Boone has looked sharp in this one. Besides that first inning, he's looked very clean so far. And even giving up a run still looks very clean. And the 0-1 is fouled behind. Now it's a quick 0-2 count to Wallace.
He doesn't have a strikeout in his name yet, but at the same time, you're just like, it doesn't matter. You're holding, again, probably the best offense in the South Division to just 1 run and a couple of hits. You take that.
The West Virginia native with the 0-2. Grounds it foul, so Wallace will stay alive. From Union, West Virginia, 6'1", 195, as Mike mentioned earlier, the rising freshman. So now with the 0-2, Boone will go again on the mound. The 0-2 is fouled heading towards me and Mike here in the booth, but we do have a fence there to save us, but Mike and I were both ready.
Fence, glass, we're ready. It doesn't matter. And I mean, the joke the other day, we were just like, if this Tom Sox lineup ever needs players, me and Matt are ready to lace up.
We're ready to go. I mean,
anytime, anywhere.
You've been having catches with some players, good interviews with you with our Tom Sox Weekly. You got. Don't want to expose the next big thing that you're doing, but let's just say that you're a part of the team by now.
Oh, I'm part of the team. We're gonna take a couple swings at the team.
That's the hint for his next weekly segment. The 1-2 in the dirt.
No, I am not boxing any players. Don't worry.
That'd be fun though. Little
boxing
little
match.
rough and rowdy on the field here.
In our pregame show, Mike Bulger boxes somebody on the team.
The 2-2, and Wallace had all of that one. But that one will sail yards on the foul side.
He had 2 hits like that last night. Started off with a foul ball, and then he ripped a double right into that left center field gap. See what he does here.
And now the 2-2 count in the windup. Outside, moves it full, just like a carbon copy of his first at-bat. Colby Wallace facing a 3-2 count.
Boone kind of slipped on the mound, just a little bit.
Boone in his windup. And the righty hooks it over the plate. But that one contacted by Wallace, but heads to the foul side.
This will be the 10th pitch of this at-bat.
And on the 10th pitch, here comes the full count again. Wallace in the air to left center field. This ball is going to get gone off the wall. And Wallace now will hold up at second base. Didn't make a move over to third, but gloved cleanly by the outfielders. And a one-out double for Colby Wallace.
And as I said a couple pitches ago, he had a similar foul ball, just ripped it towards the third base line and foul, then showed right back up to that left center field hit. The double, man, he just copy and pasted it basically from the Turks. And already tonight, a single and a double. Last night against the Turks, he had a single and a double. So he's just on fire, to say the least.
So now with one out, Tom Sox in business with a runner in scoring position. And Wallace put that one right off that Barracks Road sponsorship banner in the left center field. Wallace, the first pitch to Ferraro, just missed a double by a fine margin. Just went over the first base bag, but on the foul side, so.
Game of inches.
0-1.
Man, that was just so close. Kenny Towns over there on first base had to duck out of the way.
The legendary Kenny Towns over at first. Now Ferraro's going to find a glove there by the second baseman, and what a good play that is. That'll move Wallace over for the 4-3 putout. That's Dickinson who dove for that one. Ferraro just missed a base hit by inches again.
Again, game of inches, but what a great jump by Dickinson off of the hit. And man, our PA guy, Dylan Price, just scared me off of Cooper Blauser's announcement. But yeah, man, he just got a great jump on the ball, gloved it cleanly, and then stayed calm, didn't panic when he fell to the ground, and just got a good throw off.
First pitch to Blauser's over the plate, called a strike.
Man, that scared me, man. He was like, Cooper Blauser. I was like, what the?
Got to give it to our PA announcer, Dylan Price, usually on this microphone, but doing another task today, handling the PA duties. Joining an elite club with me and Jeff Harrington as a PA announcer for the Tom Sox this summer. And Mike Bulger. Mike, I keep forgetting that Mike's game was 2-3 days ago.
And Ben, come on,
Ben's
man.
more of a fill-in role, though. He hasn't done a full game, so he's not a part of the elite club yet. But you are, Mike. You were there the other day when me and Dylan were on the call.
I haven't done the full game. It was only half. We do still have to make that game up.
It was only half. Mike is actually still going to be the PA guy when we come back for that game.
That's going to be a long day. 13 innings. Whew.
Gotta love it here in summer baseball. The 1-1 to Blauser. Swung on and missed. Falls behind at 1-2.
I think Blauser read the pitch perfectly. Timing, swing, everything. I think just the height got him a little thrown off there. It was a high pitch upstairs, so if he gets the location down, he's going to hit this one pretty well.
And that's going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Handled by Cantor. Thrown over the first, but he'll hold the bag for the third out. Wallace with a big double off the wall, but no runs coming to score for the Tom Sox. Still 3-1, and when we come back, Mike Bulger will take the reins on the play-by-play. Head into the fourth. We'll be right back here on Tom Sox TV.
back, everybody, to Tom Sox TV. Mike Bolger, Macabrom along with you as Macabrom sets off play-by-play for a second. I'll take over for the next 3 innings. First pitch, first swing, popped up into the infield. Trevor Booten says he's got it, and he does for the first out of the inning.
It's always good as a pitcher when you can make those easy pop-up plays on the mound. And a big first out there.
So Cole's retired. Bring up Cantor, who so far today reached base 1 time. That was in the first. Or excuse me, he has not reached base. He grounded out in the first, and that was the final out of that one. So he'll step in looking for his first hit. 3-1 your score at the moment. Booten, first pitch, just misses high and outside for ball 1. First frame saw 4 runs scored. Now the next 2 donuts on the scoreboard. We'll see what both these squads decide to do in the middle third.
Donuts, but not the kinds we like, Mike.
Not at all. Cantor fouls that one down the first base line. And I don't really think I want a donut today, man. I think I'm more looking for like a slushy or an icy or something like that. An icy would.
An icy or a slushy would be really
That'd
good.
be really good. Booten the 1-1. Fires are way too low in the dirt for a 2-1 count now. Booten, so far tonight, 46 pitches. He's got 35 strikes, 21 balls. And right now, he'll deliver the 4th pitch of this at-bat. This one, a little too low again. Cale Strickland tried to frame it. Now he's talking with the home plate umpire. Not going to get the call he wants, so Booten down in a 3-1 count to Cantor. Booten fires again in the dirt, away. So Cantor reaches the base for the first time tonight. And there's 1 on here with 1 out in the top of the 4th.
3rd walk allowed by Boone in this one. 4 if you technically count the hit by pitch, but in the book, it doesn't go on the walk.
Booten will look to settle in, looking over his shoulder with Cantor on first. Carreras at the plate. Runner stays. First pitch, first swing, down third base line. They're going to call it foul, and it almost hits a couple fans with chairs out in left field, but they're all good. So we're reset for an 0-1 count. A lot of lawn chairs tonight. Everybody pretty much avoiding the bleachers as we set at 96 degrees at almost 4 o'clock. The 0-1. Second pitch, swung, grounder, flips it over as Wallace a second. Double play possible. It is. Wallace to Mumma to Robbie Levy ends the top of the 4th. 3 batters come up to the plate. 1 walk, a double play, and a flyout end the inning. Braves still lead 3-1. Let's see what the Tom Sox can do in the bottom of this one. Back here for the 4th inning of action on Tom Sox TV. Mike Bolger, Matt Caprom, along with you guys. As Matt, we've got ourselves a new pitcher on the mound for the Waves team.
Yeah, we got Tyler Jones, number 46, the rising senior from Bridgewater College, stands at 6'2", 210 pounds, hails from not too far from here, the Waynesboro, Virginia native.
Which means Dale Boone's day is done. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, no strikeouts against 15 batters. So Jones will step up onto the rubber facing Nick Parham, coming out for his 2nd at-bat here in the 4th, as the Braves lead 3-1. First pitch down the dirt for 1-0 count. Jones, 6'2", right-handed pitcher. The Braves sticking with the righties to start off this one. The lefty, Nick Parham, awaits. Already ground out thus far. Second pitch way outside. Looked like that was an off-speed. Didn't break the way he wanted it to, so it'll be 2-0. Parham keeping the bat on his shoulder for now. The third pitch. Jones fires this one again, another off-speed. That one drops in for strike 1. So I'm going to get a radar gun. I want to see how slow these are, because, I mean, it's got to be, what, 70s maybe?
100%. Probably just clipping near the low-end 70s.
Fourth pitch outside. Catcher Carreras doesn't like the call, but it'll be 3-1 now. Kind of shook his head at that. 3-1, no outs, no one on base. Jones delivers. Parham rips this one. Fouls behind us, and it's just going to hit the bleachers. And we'll go full.
That foul ball was brought
As all
to
the
you
kids
by
are running over to get a foul ball,
Charlottesville
Mike, in
Check
exchange
Joe
for
first. That goes
prize.
to .com.
Yeah, we hit a bunch of stickers before the game. And if the kids found it, they got Jolly Ranchers. So, as we can see, all the stickers are now gone. I thought I hit them pretty well, but I guess not.
I guess not too, Mike. I think I just put him in a very easy spot for kids to just...
Jones, the 5th pitch, hits Parham in the back. Nevertheless, it'll be a walk over to first base, and the Tom Sox have 1 runner on here with no outs in the bottom of the 4th.
And at this point, too, Mike, with the bottom of the order coming up, you just got to get guys on any way you can. Unfortunately for Parham, he took it for the team, gets drilled in the back, and right now for him, he doesn't care. He shakes one off. Laughs actually with the first base umpire, so just happened to be on first, and now the Tom Sox can make some noise here with a runner on early.
Jack McMullen now up at the plate via Liberty. 167 coming into the game. Has 5 hits on the season, looking for his 6th. With Parham on first, Jones fires. Check swing, did he go? Doesn't matter. Dropped right in for strike 1. Just able to grab the corner of the plate. McMullen in the DH spot in the 8-hole tonight. Jones fires again in the same spot. Gets away from Carreras. Runner goes. Parham slides. Is he safe? He is. It gets into center field. But luckily, Prince with the backup saves Parham from going to third. Now the Tom Sox have a runner in scoring position with no outs. McMullen at the plate. 1-1 count. Jones has to look over and behind him to look at Parham, then back to his left to look at McMullen. The righty already in jam. Braves lead 3-1. Tom Sox looking to close it here. McMullen, the 1-1. Outside. Be 2-1 now.
Mike, for Jones now, for his Bridgewater College Eagles, had a 0 ERA this year with 9 appearances. 9 innings total pitch, only allowed 4 hits and 4 total runs.
His first appearance with the Braves this season. The 2-1. Almost hits McMullen. McMullen not liking that one. Had to dodge out of the way. Now he'll go to a 3-1 count. Nearly back-to-back hit-by pitches for the reliever coming in. Next pitch, way too low. Carreras tried to frame it pretty well. I thought he did almost, but McMullen draws the walk, bring up Sam Mumal, then the top of the lineup.
As that is Just like you said, Carreras did a good frame job, but just missed too far outside for Casey Hayden's liking. So a good attempt there by Carreras before the Tom Sox. 2 big runners on now with no outs as we're going to have a pitching talk now.
Coaching staff comes on out to review a couple things with Jones, which means we are going to head to the VBL scores around the area, and sadly, there are none outside of the Tom Sox game. But we'll look ahead to see what's going to happen tonight at 6 p.m. at First Bank Park. The Cannons will take on the Express at 6 p.m. That's going to be a huge game in the north as the Express lead it for now, and the Cannons 2 games behind them. The Royals will play the Cardinals later tonight at 7 p.m. Then the Waynesboro Generals will take on the Culpeper Cavaliers. Cavaliers trying to make a playoff push for that 3rd spot, and that'll happen at 7 p.m. Covington Lumberjacks hold that 3rd spot for now, and they'll look to hold it against the Harrisonburg Turks, who hold the 2nd spot in the South Division at 7:30 p.m. That one at Veterans Memorial Park. Finally, the River Bandits will face the Rebels at 7:30. The Rebels set at 14-17, just in that 3rd spot in the north. So a lot of playoff action happening as we head to the 30, 31st, 32nd games of the season for a lot of these teams. A couple games still yet to be made up, or the Tom Sox to conclude. But for now, Jones on the mound, Nick Parham on second, Jack McMullen over on first, Sam Mumma steps on in. Shows bunt, first pitch in for strike 1.
Good first pitch there for Jones after falling behind early on these first 2 walks he allowed. Very big to get these first pitch strikes.
The 0-1 count. Runners take the leads. Jones takes a breath. Stares down Parham. Mumma shows bunt. Pulls back again. Drops in for strike 2. And Frank Menendez helping out with 50-50 today. What a night he had last night. Had a bunch of strikeouts. The team had 13 total, which was a season high for the Tom Sox. Jones, the 0-2. Drops low in the dirt, try to get Mumma to chase. Doesn't go, so we'll get the 4th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Randy Tomlin, third base coach. Kenny Towns, first base coach. Tomlin giving a couple signals early on. Parham takes a lead. Dickinson on second, kind of shadowing him. Sam Mumma takes the pitch right into the shoulder. And just like that, a hit by pitch, a walk, another hit by pitch, loads the bases for the top of the lineup in Dean Mijos.
And Mike, right now, if you're the Braves, the last person you want to see with the bases loaded is someone like Dean Mijos, who is an RBI machine since joining the team. Has 5 big ones so far and has 11 hits. And has 4 doubles, bringing in RBIs on all 4 of those doubles. So very good summer for Mijos with guys in scoring position.
We will face Jones for the first time tonight. Already 1 of 2, had a single in the second, flew out to center field in the first. Jones, the first pitch. Dean Mijos rips into left field. It's going to get down. Incoming Nick Parham. He's going to score. Everybody else will hold up. And the Tom Sox cash in 1 run thanks to a Dean Mijos RBI single. Keep the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th.
Mijos now with 3 hits in his last 4 games. And he gets a big one here with the RBI. Everyone moves up 1 base, and now with Strickland, the Tom Sox get to do it again. The base is juiced. No outs, Mike.
Tom Sox will look to keep the carousel going here as Strickland steps up to the plate. 19 hits. He walked in the first. Was stranded on third base. Excuse me. He scored. And then the second, he flew out to left. His 3rd plate appearance. Jones fires. First pitch. Down low. In for strike 1.
Thought that one was going to be one of those outside pitches that Casey Hayden leaves, but Mike gave the benefit of the doubt for Jones on that frame job by Carreras.
Carreras able just to grab the bottom left corner of the strike zone. The 0-1. Strickland gets hit in the back, and my goodness, 3 straight hit by pitches for the Tom Sox in the bottom of the 4th. And the carousel turns around, making this a tied 3-3 ball game. Looks like we're getting a mound visit here. There is a Braves pitcher warming up currently. He steps off of the bullpen mound and looks like he's going to come out. Yep. So Jones will be relieved. And we'll get you guys all of the pitching change right here next on Tom Sox TV. The second pitching change of the bottom of the fourth comes in Ty Lizdas, number 20, who takes over for the Braves. He'll face Robbie Levy with the bases juiced here on Tom Sox TV. Welcome back, everybody. Mike Bolger, Mac Abram along with you as the Tom Sox tie the ball game up at 3 apiece with 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth. And we're not done yet.
Lizdas with a very high ERA with this Braves team and coming in on a very tough spot with the bases juiced, no outs, facing one of the best hitters in the VBL on the Tom Sox and Robbie Levy.
The 1-0 down the dirt for 2-0, so Jones will head to the dugout without an out recorded. He is responsible for 2 runs and all the runners on the base pads so far. So 3 on, 2 already to his name. The 2-0, Robbie Levy swing and a miss, fouls that one back, as they say. And it'll be a 2-1. Colby Wallace on deck for the Tom Sox. Then Caden Ferraro in the hole. Wallace already 2 hits on the night, a single and a double. And for Robbie Levy, he's 1 of 2, a single in the first, and a fly out to third in the third. This one hit pretty well in the left field. Going back is Gardner all the way to the warning track. He's going to make the grab, tagging up now, and headed home is Muma as this throw is late and away from Cole on third. Brings Dean Mijos to third, and then Kale Strickland over to second base.
Smart heads-up base running there by Strickland. Saw Mijos challenge to throw to third, and once that ball got away from the third baseman, Strickland saw nobody covering second and just charted down the second himself, Mike. Just like that, with a out recorded, Tom Sox get a big run. They take the lead, and they still have 2 guys in scoring position here with one of their best in Wallace up.
So Robbie Levy able to get a sac fly to left field, made this a 4-3 ball game, the first lead of the night for the Tom Sox. Wallace rips this one in the left field. It's going to get down. DeMijo scores. Here comes Kale Strickland. The throw not going to get there. Strickland's going to get home standing up. And Colby Wallace, what a night. 2 singles, a double, and now 2 RBIs. My goodness, gives the Tom Sox a 6-3 lead here in the bottom of the fourth.
Huge 4-run inning here for the Tom Sox, Mike, and they're not done yet. They're still making noise here with 1 out. What a great piece of hitting by Wallace, and the way that got to the left fielder. And Gardner just took too much time getting to it. Randy Tillman just knew from the minute that ball got into the outfield he was sending Strickland home.
So Colby Wallace clears the bases outside of him on first. Bringing up Caden Ferraro, 0 of 2 tonight. Grounded out and flew out. First pitch misses 1-0. So for Lizdas, he's now responsible for Wallace, and Jones's night is done. No outs recorded. He allowed a couple of hits. He walked 4 batters, and he's responsible for 5 runs. So Lizdas, this is his game now. The 1-1 count, 1 out here in the fourth. Wallace on first. Ferraro at the plate. The lefty awaits. Third pitch, a little too high. A miss, so we'll go to the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Infield, the same. Outfield, staying neutral. So no shifts. As the lefty Ferraro waits. Pretty open stance, as you can see. That right foot's all the way back. The 2-1. Down low in the dirt. 3-1 now. Carreras fielded it. Stared Wallace down on first base for a second. And now we'll reset and do it again. The 3-1. 1 out. Ferraro. Wallace takes off. It doesn't matter. It's a ball 4 call. And Wallace is laughing at himself on second base. He thought he had a stolen base there. But nonetheless, he'll be on second. Ferraro on first. Cooper Blauser at the plate.
And for Mike, for the Tom Sox, hit by pitches included, that's now 5 walks in this inning allowed by the Braves staff. And then, Mike, this is a very big game for them because they're only a game and a half behind the Covington Lumberjacks for that 3rd wild card spot in the South Division. So every game matters at this point now, where good old saying from Scott Hansen, where wins become losses and losses become wins.
Cooper Blauser, the first pitch right down Main Street for the first strike. So it'll be an 0-1 count. And for Ferraro, this means that almost every Tom Sock has reached base. Blauser's last one to do it. So let's see what the righty can do here. The 0-1, 1 out. He's going to look at Wallace on second. Fire over to Dickinson. Dickinson not even covering the bag. So Lizdess is going to have to reset on the rubber. Ferraro's just kind of standing there on first base like, all right, let's do it again. 0-1, 1 out. Blauser. Swing and a miss there. Just a little late on the pitch. It'll be 0-2 now. Lizdess, by far the best lead he's had in that bat in his first inning. Takes a breath. Looks at Wallace. Dickinson trailing. Now he lets back. This one hit right to the shortstop in corner. He's going to fire over to Dickinson on second. The throw leads him off the base. Here comes Wallace flying around home. The tag is in time. Collision at home. Everybody's good, but the Braves able to get a double play to end the inning. Heads up play from Dickinson on second. Aggressiveness from Randy Tomlin on third base. Nevertheless, it's a 5-run inning for the Tom Sox, making this a 6-3 ball game. We'll see you guys right after the break here on Tom Sox TV. Welcome back, everybody, to Tom Sox TV for Western Day at the ballpark. The Tom Sox able to add 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning to make this now a 6-3 ball game. Trevor Booten back out on the mound for his 5th inning pitched. And on a very hot day, the clouds start to roll in and cool a little bit of the stadium off. Second pitch misses there. So Booten will reset. Third pitch just misses, almost hits the batter. He's shaking it off like it did hit him. It's Prince at the plate. Settles back in, back up the plate. Booten, 4th pitch. Grabs the plate just outside. Great job by Cale Strickland on the frame. And just like that, it's a 2-2 count. This one hit pretty well in the left field. It's going to drop down in between the shortstop arm and left field of Ferraro for a base hit. The first from Prince, the second of the night for the Braves. And the Braves have an early base runner here in the 5th.
And that was at this guy's back in the first inning, Mike. The Braves had 3 big runs, but they only had 1 hit in that inning. So now, for the first time since the first, with that 3-run advantage, they got their first hit since.
Seems like the walks are doing the most damage tonight for both teams. First pitch, first swing for Garner. It's going to shallow right field where Blauser calls everybody off, puts it in his glove, and we've got 1 down here in the 5th.
Big first out there, too, for Booten after allowing the early single in the bloop.
And via Macabram's binocular abilities, we see that number 44, Brett Gasman, is warming up for the Tom Sox in the right field bullpen.
And, Mike, you want to know who's warming him up?
Who's warming him up?
Our DH, Jack McMullen.
Really?
Warming him up as the bullpen catcher.
Jack McMullen doing it all right now with the defense in the field and him playing DH. Cale Strickland, it grabs the low pitch. Try to pop up and grab the runner at first and Prince, but Prince stayed close to the bag. So now Tim Dickinson will settle back in. The lefty with the 1-0. Second pitch outside for 2-0 now. 2-0 count, 1 out. Booten fires over the first base, trying to grab Prince again. That tag by Robbie Levy almost in time. Prince has got to be careful there.
So that was a close attempt there for something that looked into nothing. That tag was very close over by first.
Dickinson 0-1 tonight. Fly out to center field. Third pitch, swing and a miss. He's down now 2-1. And then in the first, he was able to draw a walk from Booten. And then he went all around the base pads to score the second run of the evening for the Braves. Booten, the 2-1. This one fouled back for now a 2-2 count.
Dickinson had that early walk, came around the score, but he's been quiet since.
The 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Booten fires, Shurkin pops right back up. Thought the runner was going. Prince holds back again. And now we'll go full. 1 out here in the 5th. Booten fires over the first. Man, they're really focusing on Prince there. He's dancing a little bit, but not too much. Cambo on deck, Winrek in the hole for the Braves right now. It's Dickinson at the plate. Booten fires again. Man, that is the 5th time Cale Strickland and Booten have looked Prince's way in this one bat alone.
Prince making noise over there on first.
Booten, the full count, the windup. This one hit pretty well in the center field. Going back is Mijos at the warning track. He's going to make the grab. Now Prince has got to get all the way back. Mijos fires us all the way to first base, not in time. Man, what a throw by Dean Mijos.
I mean, what a shoot that was. What a cannon. Is that one? Mijos tracks it down, just caught Prince tracking back a little too late. But good attempt there, but he gets back safely. But we'll do it here with 2 outs.
Number 47, Campbell will now step in. The righty tonight, 0 of 2. 1 strikeout. It's the only strikeout of Booten's night. And then he flew out to Robbie Levy there on first base. Now 2 outs here in the inning. First pitch outside in lefty's batter box for a 1-0 count. Prince still doing his job over on first, drawing as much attention as he possibly can. Booten gets the nod, the 1-0. Hit pretty well in the shallow right field. Robbie Levy tracking it. He's going to try to make the over-shoulder catch. He can. It goes off his glove and foul. So it'll be a 1-1 count when we come back. And Prince, who rounded second all the way to third, you see him. He's walking up to the mound right now. We'll have to go back to first base. And Booten kind of give him a little stare down as he walked back. He'll head over to the rubber now. And it was quite the sliding attempt there from Levy, Matt.
100% too, where the foul territory kind of dips down in like a hill-like sense, as you know, Mike and I are familiar with Virginia just being a very hilly area. But
yep. More than I thought it would be. Booten fires this one. The 1-1 hit pretty well down the third base line. My goodness, that was a rocket into the parking lot. And where it landed compared to the fence, that was a level swing. It might have been able to grab the 320 mark in left field. Called foul ball. Be 1-2, 2 outs. Trevor Booten, possibly in his final inning, looking to get his second strikeout. Fires this one a little too low. Cale Strickland tried to get it into the strike zone. Home plate umpire didn't buy it. As you can see, he's down on one knee right now. He does have a cool rag on his neck, but all that gear for the umpires is definitely taking its toll as it's 96 degrees. The 2-2, 2 outs. Booten fires this one, fouled into the Braves dugout. Man, what a play by one of the coaches in the dugout. Tried to barehand it. Almost had it.
Good try over there. You got to be ready to make a play at any moment, Mike.
Booten, 77 pitches on the evening. The 78th coming here. The 2-2, 2 outs. Campbell awaits. The delivery. The runner goes. Strickland fires. Did he get the tag in time? He does. Cale Strickland, an absolute laser to second base to get Prince caught stealing, and that ends the 5th inning. Tom Sox 6, Braves 3. We're headed to the bottom of the frame right here on Tom Sox TV. Ty Lisdas back out for his 2nd inning on the mound for the Braves as the Tom Sox lead it 6-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. Lisdas' first pitch outside for 1-0. Welcome back, and thank you guys for staying tuned to Tom Sox TV. Mike Bolger, Matt Cabram here with you guys on what's been a hot Sunday afternoon. The 1-0 upstairs for 2-0 now to Nick Parham, who started off the 4th inning. That led to a 5-run inning for the home squad, giving them the 3-run lead that they have now. Parham takes that one, just misses the plate inside. As you can see, the home plate umpire down on one knee with a rag on his neck in between the break. He was talking with the trainers about staying hydrated and what the Heat's been doing. So the 3-0 right down Main Street gets the first strike of the at-bat. So as you can see, the Heat continuing to affect the Charlottesville area and really the whole East Coast for today. Probably wouldn't be surprised if we see a rotation of umpires halfway through the game. Parham hits this one, a little dribbler over to Dickinson on second. He's going to ground it, twisted his body. The throw not in time. Nick Parham beats the throw out to first base. It's an infield single. Bring up Jack McMullen now to the plate.
Nick Parham with a little sneaky pair of wheels, Mike. We know we had the speed, but beating one out right there. A little bang-bang play. What an at-bat there for Parham himself. Gets his 10th hit of the summer.
Jack McMullen now up to the plate. He is 0 of 1 today. Grounded out. Then he walked and scored in the 4th. 1 of 5 that Crossed home plate. First pitch is a throw to first base and an error on Lizdas. It goes all the way over to the Tom Sox bullpen. Nick Parham round second, headed over to third. Throw nowhere in time. And Parham over on third. Now he's going to lead off third a little bit. Comes on back. Randy Tomlin gives him a little fist bump. And now the Tom Sox, with no outs here in the fifth, have a runner 90 feet away.
And, that's sometimes, Mike, where you got nothing back there and all that open space. It's tough for when pitchers check over here at CHS and the ball gets away, because now Parham easily on third here with no outs, and a big opportunity for this bottom of the order to keep making noise and add to this insurance.
First pitch fouled back. 0-1. McMullen in the DH spot for this evening's action from Liberty. Has 5 hits on the season. If he can drive in the run here, it would be his 4th RBI with the team. Parham taking his lead. McMullen awaits. Pitch. A little too high. Be 1-1 now. Carreras talking to the home plate umpire, saying, man, it's hot. And indeed it is, but luckily me Matter up in the press box. Nice and cool. Lizdas, cool. The 1-1. Down the dirt for 2-1 count. No action in the Braves bullpen. We do have somebody warming up for the Tom Sox still. I believe that is Brett Gasman still out there. Now for Lizdas, the 2-1. Parham not a big lead on third. Infield the same. Outfield, no shift. Lizdas fires this one. McMullen hits it pretty well in the right field. Wenrich makes the grab. Now here comes Nick Parham tagging up. The throw home. Oh, my goodness. Almost in time, but Nick Parham slides in, grabs the plate to make this a 7-3 ball game. Whew, Matt, some of these outfielders showing off the guns.
That one was a great throw, too, and just unfortunately couldn't be handled cleanly by Carreras. Kind of deflected off the mid, and Parham's in there easily, but what a attempt there by the stand outfielder, because that was just a shoot itself.
I told Matt pregame when we were watching BP, Kel Strickland had his sleeves rolled out, and I said, hey, sun's out, guns out. Right there, Wenrich showing off his arm. Bring up now Sam Mumma. So with 1 out, no one on base. Lizdas fires this one in for strike 1.
And a very big RBI for the confidence of Jack McMullen, who's usually not in the lineup as much, but getting the start today as a designated hitter comes through big here. And now the Tom Sox go up 4.
This is 33rd plate appearance with the Tom Sox of this season. This one fouled down to the Turks' dugout. The same coach makes the barehanded catch, so he makes up for an inning ago where he just missed it. It'll be 0-2. Mumma has walked twice, hit by pitch in the 4th, and was walked in the 2nd, stranded on base. Lizdas, the 0-2. Fires this one. Mumma dribbles it right over to Connor on shortstop. Across the diamond, the reaching grab from Campbell. Gets a ground out here for out number 2. Bringing up the top of the lineup in Dean Mijos.
Now batting from
big play there for the Braves to keep this as tight as possible in a close game. And now bringing it back up is Mijos, who's had himself a good day so far at the plate. 2 for 3. Has a big RBI, too. 2 RBIs, I should say, with that 2 RBI single in his last at-bat in the 4th.
What a play by Cantor, too, on shortstop. Throwing across his body in time in the stretch from Campbell. That's the first pitch to Dean Mijos. Just misses down and away for 1-0. Mijos drove in a run and was able to come on home thanks to Colby Wallace single that scored him and Cale Strickland. The 1-0. Again, almost in the same spot for 2-0 now. And after Cale Strickland, that's when Lizdas came on into the game. So Mijos will be the final batter outside of him and Cale Strickland that he has not faced so far. The 2-0, 2 outs. This pitch too low. It'll be 3-0.
And right now, if you're Mijos, Mike, no green light. At this point, with how the day's been going, you're going to get on base any way you can here and start a 2-out rally with Strickland coming up, who's been really good today.
You think no green light?
I don't think so.
3-0. Right down the middle, and Matt Cabram called it. For 3-1 now, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Tom Sox add 1 after a 5-run inning in the 4th. It's 7-3. Tom Sox lead. Lizdas fires, check swing. Did he go first base umpire says yes. It will go full now. So Liz S, after going down 3-0 on the count, battles back to make this full. Mijos looking to keep his 2-hit streak here in the game alive. 2 singles and then a fly out in that first inning. Liz S, the full count. Fires, and Mijos stays alive with a dribbler down to the Braves dugout. So now we'll do it again. Lizdas 31 pitches now through an inning and 2/3. With a full count, he can get out of this one here. Dean Mijos, in his 4th plate appearance, awaits. The windup. The delivery. Mijos dribbles the one right over to Cantor on shortstop. Fires over to first, and the scoop is not there. Campbell missed the ball. And that'll go down as probably an error on the first baseman, allowing Dean Mijos to get on to first and keeping the inning alive for Kel Strickland.
And a big play there by Carreras running in that backup, because if that ball trickled a few more feet, it would have been a dead ball, and Mijos would be standing on second base with 2 outs.
Possibly a dangerous spot for a 2-out rally. We've seen from the Tom Sox before, especially last night against the Turks. Now Kel Strickland stepping on in, hit by a pitch in the 4th. He was the final batter that Lizdas has not faced so far today in his inning and 2/3 pitched. Kel Strickland also walked in the first, flew out in the second. Lizdas first pitch to Strickland is in for strike 1.
Good first pitch strike to Liz Doss, cutting it right over the plate there for a good first pitch strike.
0-1, 2 outs. Liz Doss looks at Dean Mijos on first. Now he takes off. The throw is nowhere near the bag. It goes into center field. Mijos, it looks like Cantor both kind of collided. Excuse me, that's Dickinson at second. Mijos checking on his left foot. Seems like he's good. Kind of rubbing off some of the dirt.
And Mijos was a little bit upset of how Cantor kind of fell on him, because the way he was looking, he was trying to get up and tried to stretch that lead going over to third, but still big that he's on second base, 0-2. A big opportunity here for the Tom Sox to make some noise with 2 outs.
Tom Sox up by 4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Already have 1 run in the inning. Kel Strickland trying to drive home Dean Mijos on second. The 0-2 over to Dickinson on second. It gets it cleanly, fires the first in time to retire this side. But a sac fly by Jack McMullen adds 1 more to the scoreboard for the Sox here. We're headed to the top of the 6th right here on Tom Sox TV. A quick update here on Tom Sox TV. As you can kind of see into the bottom left of your screen, the umpires are taking a toll with the gear they have on in this heat. So we're going to take a brief time out here. We're most likely going to see an umpire change behind home plate, Randy Tomlin and the Braves head coach, both there. Our president, Chesley Mullins, there, our training staff, looking at the umpire, and we hope he's okay. He's drinking a couple of Gatorade and water, but that is the reason for the delay. So we'll catch you guys outside of the break here on Tom Sox TV. Welcome back, everybody, to Tom Sox TV. Excuse us for the delay. We were in a weather delay due to the extreme heat. The umpires had to get hydrated along with the players. And now, Matt, we have a new umpire behind home plate.
Yes, we do a little bit of an umpiring crew change. Right now, it's going to be between Rob Roop. He's going behind the plate. Matthew Pierman will stay over at first. Right now, no word yet on the status of Casey Hayden, who's being attended to by our training staff.
So the heat causing problems not only throughout Charlottesville, but here at Willie T. Barnett Baseball Field at Charlottesville High School. If you're just joining us, Tom Sox lead it 7-3 after the Braves led it 3-1 through 3.5 innings. Tom Sox add 6 runs in the 4th and the 5th innings to make this a 7-3 ball game. Number 44, Brett Gasman takes over. First pitch, a little too low and outside for ball 1.
First, eighth appearance here for Gasman, the Little Rock, Arkansas native. 17 in the 3rd innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, 15 hits, and of course, Mike.
Second pitch, swing and a miss.
And of course, Mike, the Valley Baseball League leader in wins. He's 4-1 on the year with a 5.71 ERA.
1-1 count for Gasman. Takes a breath. The lefty delivers. This one ripped into left field. It's going to get down for the first base hit against Gasman. And Ferraro's going to ground it, fire into the infield. And for Campbell, that's his first hit. Bringing up Wenrick now to the plate, who had a triple in the first, bringing home 2 of 3 runs for the Braves. He'll come up to the plate, looking to get something going here for the Braves, who haven't scored a run in 4 innings. Wenrick takes the first pitch in for strike 1. 0-1 count. No one out here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss there. Kel Strickland's mask falls off. He picks it right back up. Wenrick kind of swung out of his cleats there a little bit, so he'll have to reset. For Trevor Booton's day is done. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 1 strikeout against 20 batters. Gasman, the 0-2, swing and a miss from Wenrick. And just like that, Brett Gasman comes into the game, gets an early punch out to put 1 away here in the top of the 6th. Now upcoming is Schaffner.
Schaffner today, 0-2 with a ground ball to short and a fly out to left. Looking to get on, try to get his first hit of the day.
Gasman stares Campbell down at first base. Now lefty delivers. First pitch in for strike 1. That's 3 first pitches that he started off strong with 1 out here in the 6th. Campbell takes a little lead on first base. Not much. Gasman fires this one. Check swing. Did he go? Doesn't matter. Grabs the plate. Schaffner doesn't like it. He's kind of arguing with the home plate umpire. So I don't know if that one caught it enough, but Gasman now up 0-2, looking for his 2nd strikeout and back-to-back batters. Can he do it? The 0-2. Way outside. Kel Strickland has to bat it down, but it allows Campbell to go over to second base for a stand-up stolen base. Now Brett Gasman will have to stare behind him as he looks for his 2nd out of the inning.
Big stolen base there for the Braves. If they want any momentum to try to come back here, we're 1 out. Got a good runner over on 2nd.
Lefty v lefty. Gasman fires. This one dribbled down the first base line. Gasman's going to barehand it. Misses it, though. And it puts runners in the corners for the Braves with 1 out here. Gasman in an early pickle. Upcoming Cole to the plate. He reached base via an error in the 1st and then a fly out in the 4th.
And for Schaffner, a great opportunity to get on now. And runners on the corner and a 1 out here. 4-run game. Cole reached, like you just said, Mike, on that error early on and popped out the boot in his last time up.
On first. Could go with only 1 out here. Strickland behind home plate. Gasman fires this one. First pitch fouled back into the woods. And for the Braves, they head to the bottom of their lineup. Right now, Cole up to the plate. Cantner on deck, and then Carreras in the hole, followed by Prince behind him. 0-1, 1 out. Gasman fires over to first base, nearly gets by Levy. He has to stretch out for that one and steps over Schaffner, who had to dive back. And
Levy showed off the hot feet there, Mike.
Yeah, a little bit. Campbell on third, just kind of stood there like, okay, I'll just wait for the pitch here. 0-1, 1 out. This one drops right down the middle. Couldn't get more perfect than that. And now Cole down 0-2 in the count. 1 out. Gasman looking to punch out the second out with a runner in scoring position. Gasman fires. This one dribbled down into the Braves dugout. Look out. A couple Braves players had to move out of the way real quick. Luckily, no one was hit, and we'll do it again. 0-2. Gasman, already 14 pitches in the inning. Here we go. 0-2. This one just misses the inside of the plate. Tried to drop it in, couldn't. It'll go 1-2 now. Campbell on third, Schaffner on first. After the error on Brett Gasman, tried to barehand that one. The 1-2, he steps over to first. Robbie Levy tried to apply the tag, not in time. Schaffner kind of took a weird step and kneel to get back to the bag. Rubs off the dirt on his knees, and now the 1-2. Back to Cole at the plate. Righty v lefty. Lefty Gasman deals this one outside. Nice job by Strickland, batting it down with his chest to keep it in front of him. Now 2 straight balls makes this a 2-2 count. 1 out. Tom Sox lead at 7-3 here in the top of the 6th. Gasman steps back over to first, fires to Levy for the 3rd time in this bat alone. He's safe again. Tom Sox looking to make this the 5th straight inning that the Braves have been held scoreless. The 2-2, 1 out. Fires this one, dribbler over to Parham on shortstop. He's just going to fire to first, get the easy out, but that scores Campbell to score the first run in 4 innings for the Braves, making this now a 7-4 ball game.
Smart play there, too, by Parham. Tried to look at second for the double play opportunity, but saw where he put himself in a position where he couldn't even make that play at second, just take the share out and give up that run. Braves do get a big one back, though, Mike. Back to a 3-1 ball game.
So they answer with the Tom Sox Jack McMullen sac fly in the bottom of the 5th. Now here in the top of the 6th, they make it a 3-run ball game again. Gasman, his first inning pitched, has 2 outs here now. First pitch almost grabs the batter in Cantor, and have to shake it off and do it again. Runner on second and on first, or excuse me, just on second. Schaffner on a big lead. Gasman fires outside. Strickland didn't try to frame it too much as it kind of took him that way, and gives his pitcher a quick nod saying, all right, we got this. Cantor steps back in with Carreras on deck. Prince in the hole. Gasman fires. This one lined out into shallow center right field. Coming in on is Mijos. He makes the running grab to end the inning. The Braves score 1 run off of 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left on base. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th with your Tom Sox up 7-4. Robbie Levy, Colby Wallace, Caden Ferraro will be the 3 guaranteed batters here for the Tom Sox as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Tom Sox TV. Mike Bolger, Matt Caprom here with you guys as the Sox lead it 7-4 after 6 runs were added in the 4th and 5th. Braves strike back in the 6th with 1. Let's see what Robbie Levy can do. First pitch, first swing into deep center field. Prince tracks it down, puts it in his glove for out number 1. Ty Lizdas back out on the mound for his 3rd inning. There's 1 down already.
And Mike, he's doing the Braves a favor with that pitching stuff on a hot day like this, where we saw earlier in this game that we might see guys go lesser of what they usually do this summer with this hot heat. He's been saving some arms right now, and honestly, he hasn't, besides the 5-run inning, he's kind of tightened up since, so very big spot now.
Colby Wallace now steps up to the plate, probably the early MVP for the Tom Sox of the day. 2 singles, 1 double, has already driven in a couple of runs. First pitch, first strike for Lizdas, and Matt, he's without a doubt done the most of this lineup so far with a lineup that is basically almost hit all the way through. There's only 2 batters without hits that have not reached base. Second pitch, dribbler over to Cole on third, across the diamond. He goes. Campbell misses it again. Now, Colby Wallace almost runs into the umpire. He gets over to second on the error. And my goodness, a bunch of errors and overthrows from the Braves infield puts the Tom Sox in striking position to answer back here in the bottom of the 6th.
And Mike, in the book, that's going to go in as a single and then an error advancing to second base. So right now, Colby Wallace 4 for 4 on the day.
Whew. 3 singles, 1 double. Now Caden Ferraro will step up to the plate, looking for a little bit of that action. So far today is 0 of 2, a fly out, a ground out. His 3rd plate appearance now. This one's got, 4th plate appearance. This one goes into the parking lot. It'll be 0-1. Dylan Price gives our Cho Airport shout out there as Ferraro steps back in. Wallace, pretty big lead over there on second base with nobody covering. Ferraro, the 0-1. This one ripped in basically the same spot into the parking lot. It goes, so Ferraro's going hunting for a couple of windshields. Luckily, none of them looks like they landed. Lizdas with 1 out here in the 6th. Looking to get out of the inning with a runner behind him. Ferraro fouls it again down the third base line. And man, Cho Airport getting its sponsorship money, to say the least. Ferraro, pretty open stance here. He normally does. Matt, it kind of represents kind of what Caden Ballou did at the beginning of the season, as Ferraro swings and misses at that one. Lizdas gets 2 down now with a strikeout, bringing up Cooper Blauser.
Now batting from Clemson.
Now with 2 outs.
Blauser!
Big opportunity here for the Braves to make sure they leave this inning with just leaving Colby Wallace stranded over there on second with that opportunity.
Blauser coming into the game had 6 hits at 27 at-bats. He's 0 of 2 today, or excuse me, 0 of 3. First pitch down in the dirt. So we'll be looking for his first hit. Outside of that, everybody else on the Tom Sox lineup has reached base via a hit or a walk or error. With a 1-0 count, Blauser takes that one in for strike 1. What a frame there from Carreras. Wallace, 180 feet away from scoring the 8th run for the Tom Sox. The 1-1. Blauser rips this one into deep left center field all the way. It's going to bounce off the wall. Wallace comes around home. He's going to score. Cooper Blauser stand-up double. And he makes this now an 8-4 ball game in favor of the Tom Sox here in the 6th.
I guess Cooper Blauser heard me, Mike, when I was talking about the advantage for the Braves to try to get out of this inning without any runs. Cooper Blauser blasts a double off the wall. Wallace comes in to score, and just like that, they get the 4-run advantage again. And now Nick Parham, who started off last inning with an infield single, see if he can add to the parade, I guess.
1 of 2, a single, scored once, or excuse me, 2 times. Hit by a pitch in the 4th, scored there, and then grounded out in the 2nd. 4th at bat, that one outside for 1-0 count. Cooper Blauser trades places with Colby Wallace on second. Cashes in a run. Lizdas looks at Blauser, now looks at Parham. Parham rips this one down the third base line. Oh my goodness, just foul. Couple more feet, that could have done some damage. And now we'll get a 1-1 count for Lizdas on the mound.
Once again, Mike, that one did not miss by much. If that was the case, Blauser would have been walking in the home.
Third pitch of this at-bat. The 47th of the day for Lizdas. Fires this one right back to him into center field. Randy Tomlin waving home Cooper Blauser. The throw from center field from Prince is cut off, and Cooper Blauser scores off of an RBI single from Nick Parham. And with 2 outs in the 6th, the Tom Sox add 2 more to the board.
Hit him where they ain't, Mike, and that's what Parham just did. A nice sweet stroke right up the middle. Blauser comes around the score very easily, and just like that, Tom Sox go up 5 here in a game where they were down 3 to start off.
So when it looked like the inning was kind of dead with Levy flying out, Ferraro striking out, the Tom Sox get a double and a single and 2 more runs to make this a 9-4 ball game here in the 6th. Runner takes off. Nick Parham is safe at second. Ball trickles into center field, but there is Prince again to hold the runner on second. Jack McMullen up at the plate now with a 1-0 count. Had a sac fly in the 5th, scored in the 4th off of a walk, and then grounded out in the 2nd. It's really been these middle 3 innings that have done the most production for the Tom Sox offense. And for Lizdas, he's just looking to end it here. The 1-0, inside, strike 1. McMullen, technically speaking, not a hit on the day, but he does tally his 4th RBI of the season. He's got 5 hits on the season. Looking to make it 6. Third pitch, almost in the same spot. Misses, though. It would be 2-1. Lizdas. The windup. Delivery. Swing and a miss from Jack McMullen. He was swinging for the fences there. Now with Parham on second. Jack McMullen at the plate. Lizdas has a 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 runs already added for the Tom Sox. Lizdas. The windup. Delivery. Swing and a miss. Lizdas gets out of the inning, but the Tom Sox add 2 more to the board with 3 hits from Colby Wallace, Cooper Blauser, and Nick Parham. We're headed to the top of the 7th here on Tom Sox TV, where Matt Cabron will take things back over and send you guys the rest of the way. Tom Sox lead it 9-4.
We are back here on Tom Sox TV. Matt Cabron, Mike Bulger, just taking it back from Mike after going 3 very tough innings, Mike. You know, you're him. You're a dog.
They were fun, man. They had, 9 total runs in the 3 frames.
I would say that your 3 innings have really been the ball game. The story really just
Pretty much.
Tom Sox scoring a big 5. They've scored 8 runs since you took over. We had a big umpiring change. We lost a little bit of a delay, and here we are now in a 9-4 game. The Tom Sox lead it. Carreras up at bat with a 1-1 count, still facing Gasman, who's looked good since coming in relief. And the 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner, moves it to 1-2.
And this is the Tom Sox offense, again, Matt, that we were talking about last night. It needed to show up. It did for the Turks. Now today, it does again. This is the offense that needs to keep clicking and firing on all cylinders as we get to playoff time, and they need to keep this #1 seed.
Very true, Mike, as that's what it really is here in the VBL. That top seed, you get a bye during that wild card elimination round in a 1 game with a 2 versus 3 seed. Gasman's 2-2, just sails upstairs, goes 3-2. And then when you move into that first round after that bye with that first playoff series as the 1 seed, those 2 games at home, that's a big advantage here in this series.
Absolutely. It's going to be the deal breaker for both of them.
Carreras skies one in the air to left field. Under it is Ferraro, tracking it easily and squeezes it away with 1 hand for the first out.
How about the outfield today? They've had a couple really good, just easy putouts, but it's been something that the Tom Sox field absolutely needs. I mean, when you look at the entire VBL, the Sox are the 3rd worst in fielding percentage and with errors. So to keep it consistent and to keep it as well as they've done it so far today, obviously we still have 3 innings to go in the back half of this one.
First pitch. Down and away. We have a pinch hitter now up. It's going to be Zachary Horn, number 38, and we've seen Horn on both sides of the field for the Braves. He's pitched a little bit. Now swinging the bat in his hand as a pinch hitter.
Yeah, he's only played a couple of games so far to the season, Matt.
Gasman's 1-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, moves to 1-2.
This will be his 10th plate appearance on the season. He's 2 of 9 coming to the game.
And Gasman gets him looking for the strikeout. Big first 2 outs now for Gasman, his 3rd of the afternoon. Now with this 9-4 game, Gasman's just been wheeling and dealing now after that 5th inning, giving up a run, or the 6th inning, I should say. Now he's going to face the top of the order, and Gardner in his 3rd at-bat since filling in for Ike Schmidley today. First pitch from Gasman over the middle, called a strike.
Gasman just throwing a bunch of heat on a hot day, so I guess it can kind of go hand in hand for the Tom Sox.
The next pitch is inside, misses. Moves it to 1-1.
Yeah, it's about where the home plate umpire likes to call some strikes, is that inside of the plate, especially to righties right now.
Next pitch misses.
That's about where he's targeting.
2-1 now. The 2-1 from Gasman. The lefty deals. Gets him swinging. Evens up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gasman in a 9-4 game looking to get out of this with a 1-2-3 inning. Chasing his 2nd strikeout of the inning and a ground ball. Wallace fields it cleanly. Throw over to Levy at first and retires aside. Brett Gasman comes into the 6th. Top of the 7th, my apologies. Delivers a 1-2-3 inning. And now we'll send the Tom Sox back up with the bats. 9-4, your Tom Sox lead it. We'll be right back here on Tom Sox TV. Bringing you back here on Tom Sox TV, where your Tom Sox lead at 9-4. Sam Mumma takes the first pitch ball from a new arm. Mike, who do we have?
Connor Henk, rising sophomore, 6'5". Man, he's tall. 210 from Johns Hopkins University. So a little Big Ten action for lacrosse, not baseball, sadly.
John Hopkins.
He's from Texas. What, Ben? He is from Johns Hopkins. That is Big Ten lacrosse. So it's a little Big Ten action for me and Matt.
That is true. Big Ten lacrosse
What's
school.
everybody look at me for?
The 1-1 to Mumma inside. 2-1.
I think I just put everybody on the press box on notice. So for the season, he's pitched in the 6 games, started twice, 11 1/3 pitched, 15 strikeouts.
Mumma fouls that one back. Count goes even at 2-2.
That foul ball was brought to you by Joe
And there's the call. So 15 strikeouts. He's a strikeout machine, averaging more than a strikeout in an inning. Don't see that too often, but he's had a couple good starts. As of late, he struggled a little bit in relief, but I think he's starting to find his legs.
The 2-2 to Mumma. Upstairs, and that goes full. Now with full to Mumma. Looking to get back on. Full count pitch from Hank. Mumma pops one up foul, but that's going to go behind over our press box. We'll do it again at full.
You know, that was the first foul ball I'd actually thought that might like sky high and hit the press box. I don't think we've had one this season thus far, but that was a close one. But Sam Mumma coming into the game, 11 hits, and today walked twice.
We do it again, the 3-2 from Hank. Already delivers over the plate. Called strike 3 on Mumma, just inside as Mumma turns around to the home plate umpire. Kind of walks away with a chuckle, but that brings up the leadoff hitter and Dean Mijos.
Even Carreras, the catcher for the Braves behind home plate, was kind of giggling at that one. And it's been about that little area that this umpire likes to expand the strike zone off of. So for Sam Mumma, just kind of a bad bite there.
Mijos today 2 for 3 technically after the error. He's going to sky one in here to right, pretty well hit. But under it is Wenrich to glove it away for the second out.
Just like that, the new pitcher's got 2 outs in the inning, one of his own accord, the other a fly out. Man, that thing carried a while in there, but just didn't stick up enough. I think if there might have been some wind, Matt, it might have played a part, but for Mijos, that's his second fly out.
Bringing up Kale Strickland, 0 for 2 technically today in his 4 at-bats. It's been hit, has been walked, scored on both of those ways he's got on base. First pitch, outside.
I think that's one of the best things about Kale Strickland is that his numbers don't exactly pop off the charts, but at the same time, he gets on base however way he can find, right?
And he showed his speed. He scored all the way around.
He did.
First on one of those.
Flip shifter catcher.
On the Wallace single.
Catchers have speed too.
2-0 now to Strickland with 2 outs. The 2-0 in the dirt moves to 3-0.
That one just kind of got away from him. I think that was like one of the first pitches we've seen in a while that the heat's still having a little bit of effect on the pitchers. We've seen a lot of like Booten like rubbing his hand off on his pants just to keep the sweat off of it.
And that's ball 4 as Hank misses in the dirt. 4-pitch walk to Strickland. And that's going to bring up Levy.
It's going to be the 3rd walk for Kale Strickland today, the 23rd of the season. Walking machine.
Now with 2 outs, Levy had a single in his first at-bat. It's been retired his last 3 times. Pop out to the third baseman and 2 fly balls to the outfield. First pitch to number 30 is outside for ball 1.
Yeah,
so that's 5 now in a row.
Yeah. He's not really finding the zone too well. And even on the mound, he's struggling with the grip of the ball. And he's slipped twice so far.
The 1-0 to Levy. Outside. 2-0, and that's 6 straight balls now by Hank after retiring the second batter of the inning. Got to get him here and go at the hitter. The 2-0. Hank deals. Outside again. Ball 3, and that's 7 in a row.
He tripped again on the mound, so I don't know what's happened between the first 2 batters and now that it's starting to affect him a little bit. But with 2 outs, the Tom Sox haven't gone away in these situations, even up 9-4.
Kobe Wallace would be on deck if Levy is placed on base. And that's called a strike on the outside corner.
There we go.
First strike in 7 pitches, but a big one there for Hank for the confidence. Now the 3-1 hitters count to Levy. It's already delivers, and that's outside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for the Tom Sox brings up Kobe Wallace with 2 outs.
And Robbie Levy, you can't say enough what he's done for this team. 27 hits, he's tied on number 1 for the team. Then obviously home runs, tied number 1, and then RBIs, 19 leads the team. So he's just been all. And here's another guy that's been doing it all today, Matt.
Kobe Wallace, who's 4 for 4 on today. A single, a double, and 2 more singles after that. Had a few RBIs. 1-0 now to Wallace. Now with the 1-0 to Wallace. Hank. Outside, thank you. 2-0. So now 2-0, 2 guys on after both being on via walks. Chance here again for Hank to strand more, get more base runners on as that goes to 3-0.
Kobe Wallace just keeping his bat right on his shoulder, saying, hey, listen, we got this. And now here comes Dickinson from second to talk to his pitcher, just saying, hey, settle in. We got this. We're good. We're only 1 out away. And just, really just trust your fielders to get you out of this situation. And now I officially just realized how tall he really is. It was labeled 6'5", but when Dickinson came up, you really saw the height difference there.
You did see it there. Of course, the Tom Sox have Ryan Grayshak, who stands at 6'6". Saw him yesterday on the road in Harrisonburg. That one's right down the middle, called a strike.
Talk worked.
2-3-1.
Wonder who the tallest in the VBL is. We gotta figure that out.
We gotta find that out. As the next pitch is over the plate again, called a strike. As I'd like to shout out one of our board members, our treasurer Judd, walking up with a bunch of drumstick ice cream cones. So on a tough, hot day like this, the Tom Sox care about us interns as much as the players. The full count, runners go, but that one skies foul. We're gonna do it again.
That foul ball was brought to you by Cho Airport. Whenever you're flying, check Cho first at gocho.com.
3-2, 2 outs, 2 guys on. 9-4, the Tom Sox lead it. It was a 3-0 count to Wallace. Hank gets it back at 3-2. Here comes the full count pitch and the payoff. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Hank gets out of the jam, limits it to no runs here in the 7th. And the Braves will be coming back up, but the Tom Sox still lead at 9-4. You're listening to Tom Sox TV. We'll be right back after the break. Welcoming you back to Tom Sox TV. Mike Bulger, Matt Cabram. If you're joining us this late in the broadcast, top of the 8th. 9-4, the Tom Sox lead, bringing up Tim Dickinson to the plate. Dickinson 0 for 2 today with a walk and a run scored. 2 flyouts to the center fielder, Mijos, after he came around to score.
So, Matt, you know how we were talking about how tall he was?
Yeah.
So, Travis Farrell for the Generals is 6'8". Shenard Brown for Covington is 6'8" as well. So, those are the 2 tallest in the South Division. I'm still working on the North.
There you go. 0-2 to Dickinson. And the 0-2's outside. That goes to 1-2.
You know, Matt, we talked about how long a lot of these pitchers were going. They're going a lot longer than we really thought they would.
1-2 misses again.
But I guess that kind of speaks to the endurance of the bullpen for both these squads. I mean, it's pretty impressive to say, nonetheless.
Count goes to 2-2. As Will Pearson's now getting loose in the Tom Sox bullpen, and a ground ball to the shortstop Parham throws across his body for the first out of the inning. No noise in the Stanton bullpen.
Now batting first baseman Wyatt Campbell.
As ever since Mike, that 6th inning, allowing just 1 run, Gasman's been wheeling and dealing here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's just settled right on in, and it's nice, too, that the Tom Sox offense was able to grab 2 back for him and keep him in a comfortable position as we head to the 8th and 9th innings.
First pitch to Campbell's outside for ball 1. Campbell 1 for 3 on the day. Strikeout, a pop out, and a single. Has a stolen base to his name. He's in the sky one in near the right. Headed towards the bullpen, and that one goes into the trees and right.
I mean, for the Staunton Braves, it's been pretty impressive how they've been able to score. Obviously, 4 runs on only 3 hits. I mean, you don't hear that too often, but they've just been able to work the base paths to get what they need.
That one's fouled back.
But here's been the main concern, Matt, and that's the 3 errors on the Braves. They have the worst fielding percentage in the VBL, so it's been the field that's been the kryptonite of their day so far.
And the 1-1 misses outside, goes to 2-1. Didn't miss by much. 2-2 now. A little mistake on the scoring end, and there's be a ground ball to Wallace over at third. Throws across to Levy for the second out. Back-to-back ground outs induced by Gasman. Now not away from going another 1-2-3.
Yeah, back-to-back ground outs, and I don't know, Campbell just kind of jogged there. I don't know if something happened with his right ankle because he was kind of leaning on it. Now he looks fine. He jogged back to the dugout. But hope he's good. Now, Winrack, I mean, he's been basically the main contributor here for the Braves. That triple in the first, and then he scored himself, and basically responsible for 3 out of the 4 runs.
First pitch to Wenrich, across for a strike. Wenrich today 1 for 3, had the big triple that solidified that early 3-run explosion by the Braves to start this game out. So that one misses wide, goes 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, just what a season he's had. 30 of 99 coming into the year, 3 of 3, or into the game.
And he's going to sock this one to right field, and caught by Blauser for Gasman's back-to-back 1-2-3 innings. He's retired now 8 batters in a row, and it's been going through it here quick. But we're going to take a break here on Tom Sox TV, where your Sox lead at 9-4 still here. We'll be right back after the break. 9-4 your score. Bringing you back to the bottom of the 8th here on Tom Sox TV. The Sox may be 3 outs away, Mike, but they still have to get a turn here at bat with this 5-run lead. Kidd and Ferraro due up to start things off. He's having a pretty good day. He's going to hit one in the air to left. That one's going to go foul. Ferraro having a great day in the field.
That foul ball was brought to you by Taylor's Auto Body in Brookway Drive, Charlottesville, 296-9821.
Ferraro looking for his first hit of the day. He's been on with a walk. Like I said, having a great day fielding-wise. Still take a strike there. Goes to 0-2.
Yeah, he's the only Tom Sock in the lineup so far to not reach base, so he's looking to cap off that stat for us.
He's been on Mike with a walk back in the 4th. But I guess hitting-wise, though, that's the only thing he lacks. Now the 1-2 to Ferraro. Outside goes to 2-2. The 2-2 pitch from Hank. And Ferraro's going to hit one in the air to left, and that's caught by Gardner. Had to take a little bit of a route. Now with that, we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Tom Sox.
Well, welcome back to Charlottesville, man. He came out to, number 33, Nathan Fink. Came out last night, didn't have the best appearance that he wanted to have. He had 3 at-bats, struck out twice, and then he had flew out once. But, man, what a story he's been. He recovered from injury, back now with the Sox, trying to make an impact with the team.
First pitch you'll see swings and misses for a strike. And on deck 2, the other newcomer, Isaac Vanderwood. He'll get on deck.
Randy Tomlin seeing that he's got some space here and trying to give his new guys an opportunity to make an impact early on.
That one misses way wide. Moves to count to 1-1.
It just seems like he gripped the ball for way too long and a little harder than he wanted to. I mean, he's had a couple of those. He's had a couple of control problems early on in his outing.
The 1-1 from Hank. Outside, 2-1.
Yeah, he's just releasing a little too late, too. So, Dickinson came in to the bottom of the 7th and just told him, hey, listen, settle in, we got this. And then he delivered 3 straight strikes to get Colby Wallace out. He needs to do the same thing here.
Next pitch, Fink's going to ground one over to the third baseman. Cole handles it cleanly, throws across the diamond for the second out of the inning.
A couple pitches, 2 outs, and now you face Nick Parham, who, man, this ECU duo between him and Colby Wallace have been absolutely the heart of, pitch hitter now. But for Nick Parham, his day is done. I mean, he just had a great day. 2 singles, hit by a pitch, scored twice.
It's going to be Isaac Vanderwood coming up. Going to be a freshman at the University of Virginia, the St. John's, Indiana native. 6 foot, 185. Bats left, throws right. And the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 1.
Yeah, he's now 1 of 5 that we have here at Tom Sox from the University of Georgia. 1 of 4 that are officially activated for the team, with Tommy Roldan's season being done with the Sox. Wish the best for him, and he made just contributed so much to this offense at the start of the season.
The 1-1 to Vanderwood. Outside, 2-1. Hank did walk a lot of batters his last inning up. Did get out of that jam, though. Sets to deliver. And the righty comes across the plate. Misses outside. 3-1.
Matt, looking at the active roster, too, especially here in Charlottesville, we had more active Virginia Tech kids than Virginia kids for a minute.
That is true,
So,
Mike.
Maybe Virginia Tech taking over as I get a couple hays from the Virginia people here.
Swings
Sorry,
out
guys.
of his shoes. And that goes to a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Hank's full count delivery. And he'll take ball 4 inside. So Vanderwood's first at-bat as a Tom Sox. Draws a walk, and now 2 outs. Gets a chance to keep the party going. It's Jack McMullen's up now.
All right, that might become one of my favorite walk-up songs now. Seems like every time I hear a new walk-up song, Matt, I like switch it up in my order.
Jack McMullen had a big sac fly back in the 5th. Who ended up bringing home Nick Parham. (1-0) now to Jack Mack as he has. And the pickoff attempt, that's going to bounce and go out of play. Or no, it's going to stay in play, but now Vanderwood's just going to stay. He's going to go all the way over to third, so a testing throw now, and he'll take third as he kind of delayed what he was going to do.
That's going to be the 4th error now on the day for the Braves, and it's just come with the pitchers trying to get a pickoff attempt over on first base, or Campbell swiping at a throw in the dirt, and every single time he gets past them, and man, it's just been a rough day here for the fielding of Stanton. And I mean, really, if you clean up a couple of those errors, this is a lot closer of a game than it is right now.
Now the next pitch is moved out. It'll be 1-0 to McMullen. The 1-0 in the dirt moves to 2-0. On deck would be Muma. He's been on base twice today. Scores a run. That one's fouled off. It'll be 2-1.
So, Matt, if the Tom Sox add one more run here and win the game, obviously, this will be the first time that the Tom Sox have scored more or double-digit runs and have won a game since July 5th. You really talk about what the Tom Sox have done all season long. If you said that in the beginning of the season, it kind of shocked us with, you know, the run margin that they started off with and how everything was just clicking early on. But now it's kind of settled down a little bit, and now it's nice to see the bats get going again as we head to the final 10 games of the season. It's crazy how much this summer has just flown by.
Scored 9 runs in the 9-3 victory over the Turks yesterday, putting up a 9 spot here at home with this 9-4 lead over the Braves. Next pitch inside for ball 4. McMullen on with a walk, and that brings up Sam Muma.
Another walk right now for the Braves. It's going to be their 4th, and they do have some action going around in the bullpen. Not sure if we're going to see it in this inning with the lead the Tom Sox already have, but top lineup coming up. It's a dangerous spot if the Braves want any chance of trying to get back in this game.
I love Sam. One of the faves, for sure.
First pitch out, 4-1. In the dirt again, and moves it to 2-0.
Matt, you know, we said it when the Tom Sox lost to the Turks here on Thursday, how important to finish the weekend off with 2 wins over the Turks on the road and the Braves at home, and now Monday, an off day before they really get into a long week of baseball with the game still needing to be made up. So for them to stay, again, ahead of the top of the VBL, they're right now 21-9. A win here today would make it 22. Express are behind them at 21-11. And the Turks at 18-10, Cannons at 18-12. So they just keep staying pace with everybody else right up top there, and a first-round bye goes a long way because you never know what can happen come playoff time.
2 to Muma. Fouled that off.
And then just looking at the South Division for the Braves, I mean, this one, it's going to hurt. The Lumberjacks, they were right there, right behind, about a game and a half back. So a game here against the #1 team in the South Division would have gone a long way, to say the least. So they'll have to recover next week before they make a late pull-off pitch.
2-1 just goes right above Muma's head and now goes to 3-1. So if you're Hank, he already has 4 walks on the day. Would like to avoid that 5th one here. And the 3-1. Mumma grounds it through, and that's going to get it through for a base hit. In the score is Vanderwood. And just like that, Sam Mumma officially with his first hit of the day, third time on base.
Sam Mumma cleaning up that 9th hole, and now DeMijos coming up, and you've got the part of the lineup, Matt, that's been absolutely raking today. The top 4 guys, all hits on the night except for Cal Strickland, who has walked and scored twice. I mean, the part of the lineup you want to be as productive as possible has done so.
First pitch to Mijos. Misses outside. It's 1-0. And now the 1-0 is called a strike on the inside. 1-1 count.
Don't think Mijos liked that one, Matt.
Just a bit inside.
Just a little bit.
It's very different, too, when you get a brand new umpire calling it compared to the past zone they had with Casey Hayden. By the way, Hayden never returned. Now it's 1-2, but been going with a 2-man umpiring crew with Robert Roop and Matt Pierman. And the 1-2, that one's called strike 3 on the inside, and that's going to end the inning there for the Sox. But a big run here. They move it to a 10-4 game. We'll be right back for the top of the 9th. With 3 outs to get, we'll be right back here on Tom Sox TV. Back here on Tom Sox TV with the 10-4 lead. Brett Gasman out there for his 5th inning of work, looking to close this one out as Will Pearson still just gets loose in that Tom Sox bullpen.
Wouldn't be shocked if we see him go 1 out here and then Will Pearson gets a couple reps as we end today.
First guy he sees is Schaefer, as Gasman has now retired 8 batters in a row, going back to the 6th inning where Schaefer was the last batter who touched base against him on the error. 0-1 on the swing and strike. Next one is outside. Ball 1. 1-1 now. Gasman's 1-1, and that's going to be through down the line for an extra base hit. Looking like it's going to be a double for Schaefer. He turns the corner, goes the second. The throw from Ferraro at second.
Whoa.
Close throw, but Schaefer's in there sliding. Schaefer, the last guy that found the Gasman repertoire, gets through again with a double.
And that was an error on Gasman that time around. But, man, what's that, the 3rd throw now from the outfield from both the Tom Sox and Stanton that have, like, thrown incredible, like, I mean, just absolute lasers.
Bunch of hoses out in the outfield, Mike. The first pitch to Cam Cole. Outside for ball 1. And now with Schaefer getting on via double, what Mike said about maybe seeing some Will Pearson reps seems to be more of a reality. Right down the middle, cold strike.
Some good news, too, are the home plate umpire that started off the game is out in the crowd right now enjoying, looks like just some water and stuff like that. We thought he was headed to his car, but he's all good. It's a great sign here on a, again, very hot day.
Popped up. Levy under, but it would be called there by Vanderwood. Puts it away for the first out.
One down, 2 to go. And Brett Gasman's looking at Randy Tomlin. He comes out of the dugout talking with Adam Doffenmeyer. There's a couple of Tom Sox pitchers just kind of warming up. You know, they want to get their reps in the summer, so they'll just stay loose. And, yep, here he comes.
Tomlin coming out. And he's going to go with the righty Pearson. So we're going to take a quick break here on Tom Sox TV with the pitching change. We'll be right back. Back here after the pitching change on Tom Sox TV will be Will Pearson coming in to close this one out, Mike.
Yeah, Will Pearson started off the year a little shaky, but ever since he's been absolutely stellar for this bullpen, normally coming into a relieving spot.
That first pitch was called a strike.
And on the season thus far, he's made 10 appearances now, pitched in 10 and 2/3, 11 strikeouts, 5 walks, 7 hits. He's allowed a 2.53 ERA.
That next pitch fouled to the left side, moves it to 0-2 now.
Pretty off to a good start.
Schaefer over on second with 1 out, had the leadoff double off Gasman down the line. But Pearson trying to get Cantor the fan here. Here comes the 0-2. And a ground ball to Wallace at third. Throws cleanly over to first for the second out. And now the Stanton Braves are down to their final out of the evening.
And for Brett Gasman, he went 3 1/3, 2 hits. Obviously, they let up a run, but there's still 1 runner on in his name. No walks, 2 strikeouts against 13 batters faced. Him and Booten combined for 33 batters, Matt. I mean, just what a day from the Tom Sox bullpen.
And on a hot day like this where we thought we were going to see a lot of guys and 4 guys last night, Will Pearson is the third pitcher for the Tom Sox, and he's Came in, he's got his first out, and now looking to end this one. First pitch to Carreras is down the middle, called a strike. 0-1.
He knows he's got the lead. He knows that he can just attack these batters as much as he can.
I just met a 3-week-old kid. Like, actually the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
0-1, Carreras chops it foul. 0-2, and now the Braves are down to their final strike of the day. As our Oregon player, DJ Press Play, gets the Oregon ready.
I was just about to say you haven't shouted out Ben yet today. Oh, that's your thing.
I usually like to shout out DJ Press Play when he's not being sassy to me.
Oh, man. Oh.
And the 0-2, Pearson gets him to pop up, but this one running out of play.
Brought to you by Cho Airport. Whenever you're flying, check Cho first.
Some hostility in the press box at the end of the day. Well, it's been a good day.
Always a great day when you're chilling in the press box in the nice AC. We had Dylan Price over there on PA today. Did a great job on Wild Wild West Day here from Charlottesville High School.
Even though Trevor Booten behind the fence behind home plate.
And the 0-2 just misses as a lot of Tom Sox started walking off. That one was in a perfect spot, but Matthew Perryman disagrees there. And as Mike just mentioned, our starter Trevor Booten now behind the plate.
Talking to George.
Talking to our guy George. The 1-2 pitch gets him swinging in the dirt. Strickland on it. Fires over to Levy at first cleanly, and I will end the game on the strikeout. Will Pearson comes in, gets 2 big outs, and the Tom Sox win this one 10-4. And Mike, this one seemed like a marathon with how long it's been.
Oh my gosh, we had a weather delay, an odd one at that for all the heat. We had 14 total runs, 15 total hits, 6 errors between the two, and Matt, woo, finally, after a 3 p.m. start, it ends exactly on the dot at 6 p.m. 3 straight hours of VBL action, and I mean, just what an absolute win for the Tom Sox squad. The bullpen fired on all cylinders. The 2 ECU guys both came together for a great day. Colby Wallace, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 RBIs at 5 at-bats, and then Nick Parham had 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 RBI at 3 at-bats officially. So ECU guys came in, had a great duo throughout the day, and gave the Tom Sox their 21st win of the season.
Trevor Booten will be credited with the win. He goes 5 innings pitched, as Mike mentioned earlier, allowed 2 hits and 3 runs. They were all earned. 3 walks, a strikeout in those 20 batters he faced. And for the Sox, 2 big wins back-to-back in a row. Moving forward for the Tom Sox, they will have the Generals on Tuesday. That one's in Waynesboro, 7 o'clock start time at Kate Collins Field for the Braves. They will be home against the Culpeper Cavaliers tomorrow night at 7:30. And
yeah, no, you've got a tough series right now, July 16th. Again, Waynesboro, as you said, and home against Waynesboro for Military Appreciation Night. That one's going to be a fun one, and then Culpeper on the road. So every game matters, Matt. I mean, every single one. If you want to stay ahead in those VBL standings right now that you're atop of, and you're about 2 or a game or 2 ahead of, I mean, everything matters that you do. So it's gonna be a fun race. Final 10 games, Matt. Here we go.
That's it, Mike. And just like that, the Tom Sox win this one 10-4 on Wild Wild West night. We're going to close it out here from Charlottesville High School. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tom Sox TV. From Mike Bulger, I'm Matt Cabram. Have a great night.